still at the point where it's like I can still fuck up and have nothing. Like I don't have a lot of money, but I make my own fucking moves because I work hard. I can sit around and fucking.
What's up, gang? Kevin here, Life22, and we've got guests on the show. We've got Sir Sullivan Odell and
Hello.
Seth the cameraman.
How we doing?
Or at least today.
Yeah.
At least today.
He's earning his stripes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's in the military, but
Be a full bird.
he's taken steps in the filming department, and I think any first day on the job would never be crazier than today. Correct?
Oh yeah. No.
I don't think any cameraman usually films someone getting chased with a knife on the first video.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, it depends on what university you're studying filmography at.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
if you're in
That's
Pornhub,
true.
Pornhub's got a whole division for knife stabbings.
Yeah, I'm still shaking up like that, man.
Sorry, I was muting my watch. So, Sully is a little background on yourself. You've got a. So I guess from what I know is I got forwarded one of your videos
From who?
about you. Buddy of mine, he's on the council. So.
Okay.
And he was like, "Dude, you gotta check this kid out."
He said I was funny.
Yeah.
Positive things.
Yeah. He just like what kind of ridiculous shit, you know what I mean? But then again, Olean's full of ridiculous shit, and he's always talking about how stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he was, he brought it up, and he sent it to me. And next thing you know, I'm watching through a bunch of them, and I talked to a couple guys that work at the city, and they were like, "Oh, like, dude, I thought he was super mean to the handicapped kids." And then I saw this interview, and I was like, "Oh, send me the interview." And I watched the one of you out in St. Louis.
So they said that. That was the intuition was.
Well, they thought you were, and then he had seen
they
one of the
back
people
and they're like, yeah. So I mean,
because they thought they were like they didn't they.
yeah,
they
no,
thought
that
you were
was
good.
what the original intuition was. Just with these small town fucking idiots who always think the worst right off the bat. Because you can look at a situation.
Well, that's everywhere in America.
Yeah, you can look at a situation and there's two sides of it, and I mean, that's definitely not what's happening at all ever. Like,
Right.
we just flew Will Nation down to St. Louis, and we stayed in a mansion where he had his own room, and we drove side by sides. And,
So, I'm sure he pointed out that having his own room was awesome. Like, I'm sure
yeah,
he
literally just,
sleeps in
in a mansion,
a
like
fucking
having your own
hostel
room in a
or
mansion.
something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Will Nation definitely, came from the same place. We went to the same high school. He doesn't have the best family life, and bad influences all around him.
Right.
And even before I filmed YouTube, he's just a great dude. People just love him and love to hang out with him and love to film with him because he's such a funny dude. And I used to have a BMW that I would whip around in the summer times and fucking pick Will up. This was before YouTube, so there's no question about how good of friends we were before YouTube or using cloud members, because I don't give a fuck. Will Nation can leave today, and the same management said the same thing. I know that I'm a talented person, and so for someone to come and say that or even assume that is super offensive to me. So it's just like fuck whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear you. One of June's former friends. I was like, yeah, check this kid out. And then I was like, you guys remember him, right? Because you had Caleb on as you guys were walking through the mall.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, Caleb used to
film with him again.
Yeah, we go down to the park, and Caleb used to just show up and with his little Eevee on his shoulder and shit.
Yeah.
And
it's like the show's satire. I never wanted to try and script anything. I mean, I really got chased with a knife today. This kid, one of my former cast members, Chris, started coming at me at all these intuitions. I owe him money. I'm like, Chris, I told you eventually if you earn money that fans want to donate to you, that's how the internet works. You can get money, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in the beginning stages. I can't be fuking shelling out money to random people.
So he is the one that you beat the daylights out of in Franchot
He's in custody right now.
Franchot Park. You had a video where you beat the daylights out of him.
I'm filming a video and he tries to choke me.
Yeah.
And I didn't film with him again since then. So he left, and then he comes back 2 months ago and says I owe him fucking money. I'm like, dude, use your fucking brain here, bro.
Copyrights are like children.
You don't come on my phone and say threatening to kill my family and say I owe you money and dude, calm down, bro. $750 and shit. Wrap your fucking brain around that. It's just annoying, dude. But at the same time, I welcome everything. Anything that happens on that camera, I deal with it. And I think that's why the fan base and everyone across the world that watches it, from Ireland to Scotland to the United Kingdom,
yeah, I was gonna say
to 40 million plus views, to flying down to St. Louis and just closing a deal for my production company with the Mark Cuban of St. Louis, lawyers, all that. And people, doubted me and said, I couldn't do shit. And in less than 1 year, I just closed a $50,000 investment stake, something that you would see on Shark Tank. And I'm proud of myself for doing that.
That's cool.
And at the same time, I've been able to help everyone out around me. And the way that I speak about it, I speak confidently, because I do work hard and I do know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking bullshit. There's a lot of people on the internet who talk bullshit, and I try to keep it real.
Right.
I just try to keep the videos real. We have a theme. We go out, and anything that happens is completely unscripted. And
your comedy itself is satirical. Like the
it's
entire
all
show
satirical.
is not satirical because it's real life shit happening.
Yeah, it's real life shit happening, but there is satire mixed in with it too.
Sure,
It keeps people guessing.
That's just more or less your narrative.
It's so fun.
Right.
Yeah, it's so fun because there's so many cool things we can do with that. Because I have a long list of fucking TikTok celebrities, actors, wait till we start throwing those guys into the show. Recently, Danielle left me a message, and maybe you can play it back later. She's like, "You don't fuck with an Italian," and I got this guy, Vincent Vigianti, 3 million followers, pops in on an episode. Oh my god, there's just so much funny stuff we can do from that. But it's good problems, you got to deal with. Sometimes you got to deal with shit. There's always going to be haters, so you deal with it accordingly.
So what would you say your claim to fame is? Because I've seen a couple of your videos, and actually I was looking at the other day, you've got 25.3 thousand subscribers on YouTube and 41 videos.
Yeah.
What made people jump?
Isn't that impressive?
That is impressive. Cause I got 350 videos, and it's usually rants and other things like that. But
listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I put it on the fucking line. I didn't give a fuck about family, what anyone said. Before I had any attention, I was in Bradford trying to film a little skit, and the whole city got pissed off about it. Did you hear about that?
No,
King
I didn't.
Of Bradford?
No.
You never heard of the King of Bradford?
No.
All right, so I
know the mayor of Weston Mills.
Okay, so it was a pretty big event. It was my first little oh shit, everyone's talking about Sulli. I went down to Bradford and portrayed this character, white boy takes on the streets of Bradford.
Okay.
So I'm out there just interviewing people, and I have my accent. I'm pretty much chirping at people, being a cocky little fucking, just trying to play this white boy hoodlum character, right?
Right.
Kind of like a Crack Chris type of thing, right?
Right.
Yeah. And so the people got a hold of it. They didn't know that it was satire. They're like, wow, this guy's really just being mean to people and stuff. And I mean, if you look at it the first way, maybe someone could have that intuition, oh, this kid's just being a dick. But truly, at the end of the day, it's all just for comedy purposes, and I'm just trying to put a good show together. And now, I don't ever have to be that fucking straightforward, with some of my jokes. I don't have to be super offensive anymore. We try to just keep it lighthearted and fun, you know. But so anyway, all over Facebook, Karens, the fucking everyone in Bradford knows who the King of Bradford is, and they're gonna tell you it's Sulli Odell. They all know who that is. Because after that, them contacting my mom, dad, aunts, uncles, trying to email them with my college football team saying that we're going to get him kicked off the team because cancel culture, they think they can... you can't
cancel someone.
In this society, everyone thinks it's the end of the world anytime something fucking happens. I missed a plane the other day, and my mom's like, it's I don't think of anything as a problem. I know that you're going to die and I'm going to die, and that's about it. So, why not chase your dreams?
Death and taxes, the only things you can't avoid.
Why not chase your dreams? And in this past year, I've really been able to do a lot of amazing things. But back on what happened. So, after all the hate happened, right? What did I do? That's usually the time where someone's like, you know what? I'm not going to film.
Hide.
I'm not going to film a YouTube video anymore.
You're sit in your closet. Yeah, that's what a lot of
people do. That's usually what someone would do. They
Sulk.
just be like, you know what? I fucked up. I'm going to apologize. Well, I took my green BMW and I put on a Cape Crown and a Trident, and I got a bunch of my friends, and we drove to Bradford, where I was confronted by the police, 12 or 15 vigilantes of Bradford. A dad chased me down and tried to fight me, and I went to the police station and did an interview. And these small town people are so fucking oblivious. How the fuck do you not see that it's just a joke? And I go in the police office and explain to them, these Bradford cops, everything that happened. I'm like, dude, I went to the biggest science fair in the world as a freshman. I pitched to billionaires and I made my own company as a sophomore. I'm not fucking around.
What was that idea?
Yeah, and it was all done out of Olean, so whoever the fuck says they can't follow their dreams from Olean, I did all this from Olean. I was a freshman in high school. There's so much shit to talk about. You know,
right.
What do you want to start?
What did you? I mean, you mentioned a science fair. What did you?
Okay, so the whole.
I also know you were in the Young Entrepreneurs too,
yes,
right?
I was. So I
did those two, were they in collaboration?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I took it to the next level once I heard about this program, and I was a champion in both of them. So, I created a football helmet attachment that reduces the impact of head-to-head collisions in football because I'm just super passionate about entrepreneurship and business. And being a football player at the time, I was like, okay, this is a great project. And I was networking with Thurman Thomas and some of these biomedical engineers at Stanford, and I created this product using these super light magnets in the design of a football helmet attachment so that when they come in contact with head-to-head collisions, it can significantly reduce the impact of the force, correct?
Right, because you're using
that's exactly what happened. And I won the St. Bonaventure University Science Fair, and I was flown out to Los Angeles as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid, hanging out with Nobel Prize winners, some of the top entrepreneurs, sponsored by Intel, right?
That's cool.
So, like, yeah, man.
I'd like to hang out with some Nobel Peace Prize winners. Some of them, like, I don't know. Some people, they just kind of gave them the prize. So.
I'm just passionate, man. And that's why I was never worried about, like, YouTube. It's like, I have credentials. I'm not some dumbass kid making videos.
Right,
I'm a smart, passionate person who's always loved entertainment. I'm an award-winning dancer. I'm an award-winning singer. Lost my voice since I was fucking 7th grade. So professional dancer. But, I've won awards and all those things. And I just love the energy. I love to perform. I was just recently at Lollapalooza. You know what that is? That huge music festival down in Chicago. And we're walking around and we got...
Vaguely, I remember the South Park version of it. The Lollapalooza.
Yeah. Like
Phil Collins.
They're fans are coming up, taking pictures with us, and I'm just like walking around. So it's super cool stuff. I love show business, That's why I do it. And, I get to perform in front of hundreds, thousands, and millions of people every month and every week, and
I was gonna say you have 41 videos, so I was like,
so it's TikTok too. It's like TikTok will be huge for you as well because TikTok gives you that organic reach. So if you have a video talking about anything that gets people's attention, and then they like you, then they're gonna come.
I remember before it was TikTok, it was Musical.ly, and I did a couple videos, and I was like, this is gay. And,
it was, and I don't even try to follow. I don't follow any trends on TikTok because you're right. It is really cringy. All I do is post my clips from my YouTube videos, and everyone loves them in the 40 million plus viewership range. So
really,
and I'm just getting started. Like, if you ask someone who is the next host in Hollywood, do you know what that answer is? Who's the next host? Do you know one? Have you ever heard anyone say who is the next host? Like, I want to be a host when I grow up.
No, nobody wants to. I don't want to be Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm hosting my own show right now, and Jimmy Kimmel, he's kind of got a lot of cool stuff going on. So, eventually if it could portray or span off into something like that, that'd be cool too, but I'm open to everything. So, like I said, I don't care how big you are, how many followers you have. I just like to see people like you out here trying to chase your dreams. And,
that's cool, man. This show just started. I was like, you know what, my life is crazy. You know what I mean? I came to Olean after my parents got divorced and graduated high school here, and then I went to Buffalo, went to UB, got my degree.
Oh yeah.
Which doesn't mean anything because no one's hiring me for my degree.
That's what I was at a college party the other day, and like the old school people always bitch you to go to college, and I just looked at these people and listened to them talk, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm not in college.
Yeah.
I look up to, guys like Gary Vee, Elon Musk, Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think in this day and age, when you have an iPhone or any type of phone in your pocket, I don't think there's any excuse not to have any money. I think that there are way too many opportunities in 2021 for anyone to be poor. You live in the United States of America, which is why I'm strict about, like, no, I'm not going to fucking give you $750.
Yeah, go out and earn it.
I had no money in April, and I took my income tax check, and I bought $1,000 worth of sneakers, and I gave them out to kids in Olean. Yeezys, just because I know that I'm in the media, then I have to do good things. So It sets a good influence for other people.
Right.
And I have a chip on my shoulder because still, I have defense now, but back then, there were still people like blah, 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 you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, I'm going to prove them wrong, and fuck you.
Yeah, right. No, we started this. I was just doing random videos, and the next thing you know, I'm like, I won Common Council. You know what I mean? And I was like, and I continued to do this, and then I got mad at. I think it all started taking off where I was like, I just got drunk one night, and I did a rant because some other landlords. Are you related to like Eddie Odell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who was pissed off in Bradford. Because they live in Bradford too, Andy and Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were super pissed off about the whole Bradford thing because they own a bunch of property down there. But yeah, yep.
They called me out for one of my rentals, like, oh, Kevin's renting to a drug dealer, and they were chiming into a bunch of other people, and I was like, well, fuck you guys. I was hammered. I've since apologized.
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
I've since apologized to him, but like, and we've worked out some stuff, but it was like, I was just like drunk, and I was pissed off, and I dubbed them like bed bug and flea. I was like, you guys are the epitome of bed bug and flea of rental properties, and I was hammered, and then next thing you know, I just started doing a bunch of drunken rants because I was becoming popular. But I'm also, at the time, I was an alderman on the Common Council in Oland, so the newspaper didn't like that.
Yeah, fuck them. No one reads their shit newspaper.
Oh, I know. I did a whole bunch of videos just talking about how they're fish wrap.
Yeah,
that's what their paper's
They
good for.
featured me and my friend Malachi, Front Cover Sports, because we transferred to Buffalo. And same type of bullshit. No one believes you can do anything in this town. We both transferred to Buffalo, and we both had plenty of football opportunities. He's playing football right now, and my football got canceled. I mean, I made the best out of it. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can do anything. Like, I was going to play football in Los Angeles, and I can still do that, but I'm super excited about what I'm doing now.
Right.
So it's just like...
So you got to follow your passion.
Follow your fucking passion, dude. These dumbasses in this town, and in a lot of places, too, it's just like, dude, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I have friends who are dead at 17. My friend, who has a lot more followers than me, just took his girlfriend to the movie theater, and they both got shot and killed. He's a famous TikTok influencer, and we hang out in the same fucking mansions in Beverly Hills, and it's just like, that shit happens every day. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing working a job that you don't like? Right.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. Yeah, this place just started off keep doing that. You know what I mean? I kept doing these drunken rants, and then I slowed down. I started getting I slowed down because I was getting some resistance, and then I would also get busy with other stuff because I still ran a construction business. I was an alderman. I got 4 kids. You know what I mean? Like, I was running a coffee shop at the time. We had just started a coffee shop, and I've got 6 rental properties.
Hell yeah. That's
so
awesome.
It was like I was doing all these things plus working on the house, and then YouTube, and it was like the only thing YouTube was doing for me was it was like my release.
Yeah.
I could just and then cool. Yeah, so I laid off on that, and then next thing you know, I was like, you know what? I was doing a job and I got busy, and I was like, you know, I got a 420 video we should do, and we ended up coming on and doing a 420 video right here in the office, and the Times Herald lost their shit over it because they were like, it was Easter morning, like I had released it because like Easter was like 4/21.
Who are these people at the Times Herald?
Oh, like which ones? The ones that get mad? Like
got pissed?
I want to say Jim Ekstrom. He was the editor. I don't know if he still is the editor. I don't follow the Times Herald at all.
Why would he be pissed?
He doesn't like my politics. He doesn't like me, so anytime that any opportunity to like write a bad story about me or so, he didn't like my dad. So
yeah,
it's one of those
they're
things
probably
like
waiting to try to get me under some bullshit and write some bad article about me.
But that ain't gonna affect you, like.
Yeah.
Haters are gonna hate anyways. So.
Right, yeah.
I love it either way. I love it. I make fun of the hate. I think it's funny.
Yeah, so we ended up doing
It's like, so dude, bring it.
I did that, and then I want to say the most recent incident, like, because what I was going to tell you was, like, you remind me of myself when I was, like, 18, 19 years old. I was running around. We were throwing huge parties. We would do crazy shit. We setting off fireworks before there was a roundabout at State and Union.
Oh, yeah.
We were jumping out of vans with Halloween costumes on, scaring the fuck out of people in high school. Like, I just remember doing all that shit. And, like, I had no filter. I didn't give a crap. People could go kick bricks. And then you start getting into politics and you start having kids that go to the school district and shit like that. So, like, I had to fine-tune it where, like...
fine-tune it, for sure.
Fine-tune it. Like, these are my values. I got to fight for these because otherwise, if I am, like, just fighting on every hill, like, they're going to be like, these kids... Fuck these kids. These kids are growing up with Mr. Wishy-Washy.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't have anything. He's just there to fight, you know? And, sorry. My fucking red screen came on. So, no, the last one I did was the stupid mask mandates.
The mask mandates in Olean?
Yeah. My old man went into, like, Vic Venus to get his prescription, and they asked him to... Or he forgot to go to Vic Venus.
Is this every store? Masks again?
Oh, no, this is back at the beginning of the... That was the last time I was, like, truly in trouble. Oh, well, not the last time, but... The last biggest one, the one that I was like, holy fuck. I'm like, I'm Sully O'Dell famous. Because I got... I did a tweet. I'm never on Twitter. I had 20 followers at the time, and I was like, I tweeted like fuck you, Park and Chop, like blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and like just because like, and then because they asked me to wear a mask, and it was like, listen, I just like, where am I gonna buy a mask? Like beginning of the pandemic, where are you gonna buy a mask? You go to Park and Chop.
Yeah.
You go to Walmart, like, but you can't go into these places because you can't buy a mask. So I was like, well, screw you guys. I did like a middle finger, and I'm out country fair, and I bought the garbage stickers I was there to buy, and it went all over.
What happened with the council? You said there was some shit on the council too. Like they got pissed off about your videos.
Oh, they've been getting pissed off recently.
Yeah.
I think it all started when I took my new position with the city.
So my
So
question is, what type of fucking power do they think they have?
So,
Like they don't control the media. They don't control they control this little ass fucking. They don't even control what people think of this town. I do.
right? No, they control. Well, in a roundabout way, they can control my job.
Yeah, and that sucks, right?
Yeah. But
I despise that shit. I really hate that. If I
Yeah.
was you, I'd be so fucking pissed off.
oh yeah, internally, yeah.
I just can't believe it. I mean, I feel like, especially in the United States of America, we have our opinions and we are allowed to speak freely.
Right.
That's what the greatest part about our country is. And I never wanted to degrade anyone, but, in comedy, it goes around.
Yeah.
I was in Danny Mullen's video that I drove 27 hours straight. He invited me. He's just as big as the Nelk Boys. Okay, you know who those guys are? Nelk Boys?
Full send.
Full Send. They're the biggest people on YouTube right now. You should probably learn a little bit about them. They have a big podcast too, right?
Yeah.
So they invited me down to film, and at the time I had 90 subscribers. So that's a no-brainer, right? It's like if I want to do this as a career, I have to go and I have to make connections and film this. So
Yeah.
27 hours, take my dad's beat up Saturn. Boom. Kansas. Get there. We drove to the geographical center of the United States. And that's where we filmed our video. And Danny Mullen kind of does, he's the same type of comedy guy, you know? It's like, sometimes in comedy, you're the butt end of the joke. And I was there. Like, I gave a speech, and it went completely wrong. And everyone's like, fuck you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And it was great because he told me, he said, I'll never forget it. He said, hey man, if you want to be a professional entertainer, you're going to get a lot of sand kicked in your face. And he was being honest. And he was being brutally honest. And it was funny and it was hilarious and it was true. And he's like, you got to stick with it, man. You got to develop some skills. And from that 90,000 subscribers, less than a year, we did in October, or maybe even November, honestly. It's coming up soon. 25,000 subscribers, 40 million views. Just signed a huge deal, so I can keep doing this. I'm protected. I am strictly locked in on content, bro. But that's what happens when you really just say, like, let's go. And if it doesn't, so what? You tried. Like, we're alive. Yeah. This is all just bonus shit. Like, look around.
Right.
Like, you have a 1 to 4 trillion chance to be conscious and alive.
Yeah.
People are so fucking oblivious to it. It kills me. It really does.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, wake up, dude. There's no problems.
Yeah, we were trying to do a comedy thing down at our coffee shop to keep it alive, and it was just like one of those things. I was like, this coffee shop's dying, but it's recently opened up, and I got to get the photos online and stuff to see if anybody wants to rent it. But I had a great idea, a little
Wait, you have a space?
Yeah, comedy cellar, like, you know what I mean?
Really? That's cool.
That was my idea, but right now I got the space, and it's.
Hey man, there's actually a lot of cool stuff happening in Olean. A lot of people don't know, like, I mean, I'm on the come up. I know some other YouTubers. I know that there's Haley Fedowitz, who's also a rapper who has a lot of attention. You got Shimbetta, who's got a huge studio, who tried to host an event. I mean, and it kind of goes around in circles. Nick Cage?
that was his, I don't know if it still is.
Shimbetta?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I used to go to his state-of-the-art studio that he made, and I filmed a video that one of his colleagues didn't like, and he told me pretty much, like, go fuck myself, like, don't film there, and then a month later, I got flown out to LA, and I don't need to.
You're not a fan of Nick?
I guess not anymore. The way that he acted kind of sucked.
Me and him were never fan. I was never a fan of him in high school.
No, I understand how he runs as a business, and he can't have people like fucking.
Yeah, me and him are neutral now, but we used to hate each other in high school. So.
Yeah, it's just like, if you want to be in the entertainment industry and you want people to really like you, you can't be a little stuck-up little bitch,
Right.
You have to be someone that people can stand behind. And I feel like with the videos I film, I go full throttle, and try to bring the greatest entertainment TV shows to my channel, because I grew up watching all these great shows like on Disney Channel, and they always inspired me. The reason I started dancing was because of a Disney Channel show called Shake It Up, and you see all these guys, you see them, it's all motivational shit. I feel like people who grew up watching Disney Channel like have that in them, you know. It's just like these Cinderella stories.
Right.
And it's true. It
Yeah.
really is. That's how it works. You know, you just got to put your mind to it, and you can do it.
Yeah, we I was gonna say, we were trying to do a comedy thing here, and it was one of those things. We were getting some interest, but nobody you had people go, I'd go to a comedy show. It's like, okay, well, who are you gonna get to spit comedy? Like, I would love to try
it. Things are still developing. Things are still coming together. I think that we have a roaring campus of St. Bonaventure University, and there's probably a lot of things that can be brought to a town. I mean, a great businessman, a great entrepreneur comes into a city and they say, well, what does this city need? And I guess I found the niche. I'm like, all right, well, I'll film a fucking TV show.
Yeah, we're home of the grubs. That's what we call them, the grubs.
And I don't
Brothers.
I don't even view it like that. You know, I
Chris's.
really do not think anyone is like better than anyone else. Like, I'm not gonna let anyone talk down to me, and that's usually where it kind of like the controversy comes in. So it's like, oh, he's cocky, blah blah blah. It's like, I work hard, so I'm not gonna let anyone talk down to me. But I really do believe like I don't view anyone differently than me. You know.
Right.
Like, some people just aren't as privileged, you know.
Yeah.
Some people are not as privileged.
Right. I hear you on that one. So how are you surviving the whole like race culture then?
The race culture?
Yeah. The whole like, well, because you get everyone's.
Oh.
You don't treat anybody as if they're different than you, but nowadays you go outside and be like, I don't see color, sexual orientation, whatever, like gender.
I don't put up with the shit. I just stick to myself, and I think like, anyone can do whatever they want. If you want to be transgender, fucking make out dudes, go ahead. It's on you, man. It's your life. Do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there comes a point, like, if you're going to fucking try to, like, be sexual towards me, that's anything. Like, you can't be a predator. And, like, you can be gay and, like, do whatever you want, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean...
If I shoot a cannonball across your bow saying, hey, man...
Yeah, I completely
no dicks in this butt, and then you could...
No dicks here. This is a dick-free zone, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. But, yeah, man, I guess some people like that lifestyle, so... Let them get after it, man.
Let them rock.
Let them rock.
Let them rock.
Let them rock, literally. Jesus. You're the host.
Yeah, so what did you guys, you almost got stabbed tonight over...
This is the off day for me, boss.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the one that has to ask the questions. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fun. I just get to rant. And I don't think that you should ever come on a podcast and like try to act some type of way. Like, I just say how I feel. And
unless you had a theme to the show, right? Like,
no, for sure. I just think, like, if I'm being interviewed, I think a lot of people, like, hide shit and don't say shit. It's like, say how you feel, and I just tell you how I feel.
Oh, yeah, you haven't interviewed a lot of politicians, have you?
Oh, no, I don't get into politics. I think it's the most bullshit fucking thing to...
That's why I like to open it up.
I'm an entertainer. I have people that handle politics. I don't talk about politics. I let Will Nation talk about politics because he's passionate about politics.
Does he know anything
I think it's fucking stupid.
Does he know anything about politics, though?
Oh, well, no, all the time. He's very educated in history, World War II. We'll be walking through a fucking airport, and he'll be like, that's a TWC, and he'll be right, whatever the fuck that motto was. But
right.
He's a smart person. He just fucking has anger issues and snaps. We were in the airport, and we missed our flight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just imagining you guys...
Yeah, no. We missed our flight. We're in the airport. We missed our flight, and he's bitching. He's screaming at me, like, we missed our fucking flight, you idiot. And I slapped the phone out of his hand, and he throws a swing at me, and security gets called. Everyone shows up, and I'm just like, it's fine. We're YouTubers. We're just fucking around. And they're like, oh, just don't do it again. But, yeah, it's just hilarious shit just happens all the time, you know. And,
yeah. They'll put shit in your butt at the TSA.
I encourage it. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I look up to guys like Elon Musk and Gary Vee. I just think politics is the last thing we should be fucking talking about. And I think the diversity between human beings is absolutely ridiculous. And what I do in my videos is I bring people together, and that's what it's all about. Yeah. And families sit down and watch my episodes, and really... When I say I'm just getting started, I'm just getting started. 25K isn't shit. Once I hit this, like, 50K, 100K, 200K, I really want to build that household name around a TV show.
Yeah.
You know? Because I think that's important. It just keeps coming back. Like, I'll put the Sulli Odell show, and then 2 bullet points and whatever's happening, because it doesn't matter what the fuck's happening. You watch it because it's my goddamn show,
Right.
not because of what the fuck the theme is.
Yeah.
That's what you build a fan base around. Just like iCarly, Victorious, Shake It Up, Jesse, new episode of Jesse. I don't know. We're gonna watch it. That's what it's all about.
I got a 14-year-old in the other room, and
yeah.
Hey Jesse, like I remember this stuff. She used to play it.
No, they were just such successful shows, and you can learn a lot from a lot of different things. And I still listen to all that shit. I'm just always passionate about being creative but like I said, back on the politics thing, I just think that politics separate people, and it's really annoying. But I feel like they are important to a degree, because you can't have like one world dictator, right? Like that wouldn't be good, right? Like politics.
Well, people want that.
Yeah, I mean, like I just feel like we're not, as a human race, we're not that well off. Like seriously, if a meteor hits us tomorrow, we're all fucked. We don't even know how to fly. We don't know a lot of shit. And
You ever watch Braveheart?
Braveheart? No.
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 Oh, jeez. You gotta
Oh wait, with the dude who gets his head cut off. Braveheart.
Braveheart, like freedom, like the Scots.
Yeah,
freedom.
Yeah, he gets his head cut off.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was a legend. They made a movie about him, and he's dead, just like Abe Lincoln, who also made a movie about him.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you want to die? And like, I bet if you went to a graveyard in Allegheny and walked around, you wouldn't know who any of those fucking people are, would you?
Right. No, that's...
you wouldn't, because they're all dead, and that's how it is. That's the reality of it. It's like,
right.
There's no saying that's how it has to be.
Right. No, I hear you.
There's a lot of...
Well, I was getting at was if the entire world is falling apart.
It just kills me, bro. It's just so stupid to see everyone's talking about the most dumbest shit. Remember the Intel ISF? My project, my senior year, I was studying black holes and time travel, and all that shit goes super deep, and it's just like things that we don't understand, and we're over here arguing about...
String theory and...
We're over here arguing about fucking Joe Biden's stupid ass. It's just like, bro, like... It just blows my mind. Like,
I know. That's
we have fucking a super volcano at Yosemite that is due to erupt. Like, there's so many bad things that can happen that we're not prepared for as a human race, but everyone's worried about what the fuck Jesse said about them. It's so stupid, bro.
No, I hear you. So if you look at it that way, from like the Braveheart perspective, he spent his earlier years uniting the clans so that they could fight the evil, right? Like the English, the biggest threat that they saw at that time. You see a threat in Yosemite, and we're like, essentially, just imagine the clans are being held together by tissue paper. All these different countries, all these different states.
Yeah.
A big fucking asteroid hits the planet, and
literally, look at the Black Lives Matter protest. Look at any fucking protest. We're looting, we're raping, we're murdering. I looked it up today. What was it? 1,300 murders every day. Religious people want to claim, this and that. I hear a lot of stupid people that like to talk about religion, and no one experienced more religion than I did. I went to an all-boys Catholic school. I was raised Mormon, and everyone's got a lot of bullshit to say, and it's just like, dude, like, bro. Like,
no, and I hear you. And then you watch that tissue paper that holds everybody together just burn up, and some people are going into holes, some people are trying to build that Snowpiercer train that goes around the world. Some people are trying to build the Ark from, 2012 or whatever that movie was?
Our only hope is getting off this planet, and like, because this planet doesn't last forever, and there's just so many questions. It's like, how can there be God existence when we figure out time travel? There are people like currently studying that, because when you start messing with time and space, like, we know black holes exist. Can you agree?
Yeah.
They bend space and they bend fucking time.
Right. I was listening to a podcast with Joe Rogan the other day.
What?
They got the string theory about how, like, and all those other different quantum physics about how, like, molecular entanglement, two different molecules touch one another, and they just got fingerprints on them from the other one. So now all of a sudden they could get separated across the universe, and if something happens to one, it can affect and entangle the other. That shit's nuts.
It is, and I think everyone's talking about the wrong thing, and no one's ambitious. Everyone should be chasing their dreams. Like,
did you ever listen to Eric Weinstein?
No.
No, he's a physicist.
Maybe before, maybe.
Yeah, and he's talking about, like, the last time that we actually started doing physics and, like, molecular quantum physics and theories and all this other stuff. We really stopped working on that in like the 80s, early 90s, and we just kind of went on this pause where we were too busy about, like, you ever watch Idiocracy? that movie where like we take all of our sciences, we stop curing cancer, and we get breast implants, boner pills.
Yeah, I just
all the smart people have like one kid. All
Yeah.
the people in trailer parks have like 1,000 kids. They take over the world. Like, and it's just the whole world goes backwards in intelligence, and that's kind of what's happening. We're on iPhones now, and we're just like.
I think we're. It's just like people can get caught up in like the safeness. I feel like there needs to be more people that are like, I want to impact the world. And you look at someone like Elon Musk. He's just a guy like you and me. He went to college. He was an entrepreneur. He rented out his fucking basement, and now he's the leader in space exploration, and he's going to be one of the head leaders. And there's no reason to say someone like David Dobrik, the Nelk Boys, someone with an unlimited amount of money, he comes with a passion like, what do I want to do to change the world? Where do I want to put my money to take steps into the future? Because shit, I mean, I bet you the Egyptians thought they were hot shit 3,000 years ago. Guess what? They're all fucking dead, and no one fucking like they're just buried in history. And that's what will happen to us.
Yeah.
Humans think we're all this divine nature and spirit and all that stuff, and it's like, well, if you don't have a spirit, everyone's fucked. And to this point, I don't see a spirit, and I am agnostic about it. I would love to completely believe that, but I'm staying open. You know, I'm always learning, and I'm always listening. And I think that's how most people need to be. Some people just completely just go, that's what I believe. That's what I was told, and that's what we're gonna like. The Amish people or like Mormons, Catholics. It's all just like, it's like imagine if that one other Elon Musk wasn't a fucking Amish kid. Maybe we'd have another rocket company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though?
Space Wars.
Just like, but at the end of the day, that's what's great about it. You know, people have the right to do what they want. But I'm just saying the stereotypical, like people just are. Ideas and being different is suppressed.
Yeah.
It's like, stay in this box, do this, say this.
They want you to be like a sheep.
Get
they
vaccinated.
Want you to be a clone.
Get vaccinated. Society. Wear your mask.
Go to college. Do your chores. Yeah. Do this. Work your whole life, and then I can do that easily. That's like the easiest shit ever. I think that's why a lot of people do it. Like,
well, a lot of people get in depression. Like you go into Only, and there's tons of people that are angry and depressed all the time. And the reason is they have nothing to do because they don't have the focus. Like when I have nothing to do, I get frustrated that I have nothing to do. Other people they go down and they now they're on their smartphone and they just watch and they get those dopamine influxes in their brain and stuff like that. Then they become addicted to it.
Especially these dudes out here just cranking it every night. And I mean, me, I crank it all the time. You know, I'm throwing up the Pornhub and I'm out there.
Well, yeah, Pornhub's the same way. It's an addiction.
It's just like, I mean, when you're out there, you know, dealing with a lot of stress. I mean, me, it's not the best idea to have a girlfriend right now. Like, I got a lot of other things to worry on, but, you know, but it's just like, that becomes an addiction sometimes, and people really get their life fucked over. I mean, Ted Bundy said the reason he killed all those people is because he had a porn addiction.
That what happened to the salon in, like, Georgia or whatever? And then they said it was Asian hate. And the guy was like, no, listen, I have a porn addiction, and then I found Christ, and I just decided to go eliminate the addiction by eliminating all the sex workers. All the girls with a happy ending. That was like 6-8 months ago. Yeah.
Wow. Well, he's in jail. The guy.
Yeah. But then they were like going after the national media. You know how it goes. They would go after the police department. Well, you didn't get him. You didn't charge him for Asian hate and being racist. It's like because he wasn't killing people for being racist. Where else are you gonna go get a rub and tug? Like the only typical places happen to be, but high probability that there will be an Asian nail salon that is tug you in the back.
That's a wild story.
It blows my mind.
That's pretty. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's just wild things happening every day that we even miss too. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to create my own thing so that I always try to tell people this. Once the attention is on you, you can take it in whatever direction you want to.
Yeah.
You look at anyone in the entertainment industry. That's exactly what happened. Like. Any of them. It doesn't matter how stupid of a shit they did. Logan Paul. You know who that is? Logan Paul and Jake Paul. The boxers. They fought Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. The YouTubers who fought those guys that are in boxing now. They made it, like, if you look at their original videos, they're the most stupidest fucking low IQ, just bullshit, right?
Yeah, my original YouTube channel got taken down.
But
when I was your age. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, YouTube was just coming out. All those videos of like us blowing off fireworks and stuff, that shit was on YouTube.
They just took it down.
I went to a Bryan Adams concert and I had they didn't say you couldn't bring a camera, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. Bryan Adams is doing 7 Spanish Angels by Willie Nelson. This is sweet.
Yeah.
It was my 21st birthday. Mm-hmm. I thought it was awesome. and I filmed it, and I put a bunch of videos up, and his company came through and like just got me on like 19 different things, and it was like 5 years later.
You didn't have you didn't have a lawyer or anything, so you're like, fuck.
Yeah, so they completely deleted and banned my account and everything. I still have all the videos, but like
if you were a lawyer, you could have fucking fought that, but you were probably just a kid, right?
Yeah, it was like 21. Yeah, I didn't.
So it was just like fuck.
Maybe I was 20. Yeah, it was my 20th birthday. Anyways, I just remember putting all that stuff up, and I had like, I want to say I had like 45 videos at the time. It was just like random shit. Like I had a flip phone, and I was recording myself driving back from Wellsville after getting a wisdom tooth ripped out. And I was like, man, they say I could drive with this stuff, but now I feel wonky as fuck. I was like,
did it pop off, or what? Well, why did they take it down? Why did they take your channel down? Just because you got reported?
For the copyright, for like this.
So you're telling me you just had a channel that you just threw shit up on?
Yeah.
So,
essentially, it was the precursor to this channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 10 years before this channel, and then I remember I was driving back, and I was like, I feel like Sylvester Stallone. Hey, Sandra Bullock, and I was just like, my voice was like, just my jaw was swollen, and that video had like 7,000 views in like a month, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of people looking at it. But at the time, like, you never heard of a YouTuber.
Yeah.
There's just random people just throwing videos.
If you would have really locked in back then, right now you would be.
Yeah, it was probably
among the top.
2 years before, like, David went to the dentist and Charlie bit my finger and the fucking Sugar Mountain unicorn one.
Yeah, it's definitely entertainment. It's a longevity thing, and once you're at the top, everyone knows you, and you will be continuously casted and make money. Like, if people know you and you have a fan base, you're not going to lose that fan base, especially if there's something tangible there. Simply, they have to like you, and they have to like your show, and that's it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't likable on camera. Or worth watching, for that matter. So it's like, why should I fucking watch you?
Sure.
Or you're asking me a question. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just judging you right now. I'm just like, this is a question you gotta know.
No, I spent a lot of my time. That's why I liked getting into politics.
You're a smart guy. You're in politics.
I liked going to the bar when I was 21. At 19 I was passing for a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, bartenders asked me for my fake ID once, and then I got to know them. Like, hey, I'm Kevin, blah 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 blah. And they never looked at the ID and saw that I wasn't Kevin, blah blah blah. And then from there was tons of people there that thought I was in my 40s.
Yeah.
Because just the way I held myself, and then from that, every day since then, my charisma has been building up, and I think that's actually
it's weird. Like, from when I first started, you just get more confident, and then especially with what I do, I'm always interacting with new people, and you kind of have to hold your
Sometimes
ground.
you got to watch your ass though, because fighting in front of the TSA.
I don't want to like go to that point. Like tonight with that whole incident, it's like, dude, that is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I make video. I have a never have I ever video that has millions of views on TikTok and almost 70,000 views on YouTube, and like that power, like that 20 to 40,000 range on YouTube, like our average view duration from people who come on the channel, and the reason it's so applicable to investors is because we have like a fucking 12 to 15 minute watch time average. That's not even the rest of the people. Like, that is just so impressive for someone with 25,000 subscribers. And you get 15 to however many plus every video, I've been doing this. I think I deserve it. I think I've earned it, and I'm ready to keep going. And the production company LLC has just been signed, and it hasn't been signed yet, but it's about to be. And you can see some of these videos, just the way that we film. It's pretty not heavily edited. I take pride in me being funny and keeping the ball rolling, so that the editing doesn't have to. I don't have to sit there and edit for 5 fucking hours.
Yeah.
The value in your content should be the content, not the editing.
You just slide through and you go.
Yeah, I have an editor now, but back when I didn't, I still have some of my most famous videos are videos that I edited, and it's just me being funny and filming with a great cast of people.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about.
I was just saying that was my because I have another YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Before I started this one, before the other one got canceled, I started doing. I was like, because I met a guy, Corey. He does he was from Olean. He moved to Hinsdale, and he did the fast food toy reviews.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like huge.
Okay.
He's like the #1 for toy reviews.
Toy reviews? He's from
Like you go
That's
get
cool.
like McDonald's and
Yeah.
you get the toys. Like
He-
now
he-
McDonald's and Burger King and all these places send him the toys and he does them. And he was like, Kev, I had to fix outlets at the apartment he was renting at the time. And then he ended up buying like a $200,000 house.
Oh, really? What did you... I didn't hear the first bit of it. Did you say he does reviews of the...
The toy reviews, yeah. So
He's a YouTuber?
Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
How many subscribers do you have? Is he big time?
Yeah, like a couple million, I think.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can pull him up.
Oh,
But yeah, he Corey was kind of cool because he was telling me, he's like, dude, just grab a camera and figure shit out.
Exactly. That's literally all you have to do. Grab a camera and figure shit out. You'll see what doesn't work and you'll see what does work and you apply it, you know, as you're moving down the fucking straight line. That's really all it is. If you...
Fast food toy reviews, 1.2 million, 2.4 million subscribers.
Is he, where's he out of right now? Like what state?
New York.
He's still in New York.
Yeah.
You said he still lives here?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I think he moved to Hinsdale. He had a
I
studio
never,
down on State Street, but I don't know if
Mhm.
he still uses that. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's like everyone has their own different things. Like you have Keemstar in Buffalo who interviews celebrities. He's like a celebrity host and he hosts the boxing match stuff. For me, it's like I'm always gonna do what I want to do. I don't give a fuck about views or I could lose the channel tomorrow. It's like I'm always gonna continue to do what I do. You know, like I'm not gonna do a fucking toy review because I don't want to do a goddamn toy review. You know.
right.
So it's like he made it work. That's his niche. That's his show, and he makes a shit ton of money if he's bringing in 1 million views a fucking episode on no controversial content
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Well, right,
It's
yeah,
making
but he's got
fucking racks.
now this COPA thing. Did you guys deal with that when that hit?
Copa?
COPA.
What is
Yeah,
that?
it's like the Child Protection Act or whatever. It was essentially created so that like during the 90s, so that like message boards couldn't, like if you were a person asking a child for information on a message board, the government would have a route in getting your ass for being a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, then the federal government figured out a way that they could extort YouTube for a whole bunch of money, and YouTube got extorted by the federal government, and then in order to protect themselves, they passed it along to you. So now if any of your content can be considered child...
Yeah, you have two options. Is your videos made for kids or your videos not made for kids? And you just...
That was part of the COPA.
Your videos
So
not
I
made
bet
for
you that
kids.
affected him because like a lot of the advertisers would
Yeah.
collect data from his users to market to them. But if they're children, if it's deemed that they could be children on the other end of their parent's phone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they sued YouTube for it. Now they're saying they can sue him. So I'm sure that may have dropped a lot of his ad revenue.
Oh, it definitely probably did. I mean, it's weird how ad revenue works, but as long as you have that high viewership, you won't have a problem in the business field because there's a lot of other ways to make money besides ad revenue. The richest people on YouTube don't make any money off ad revenue.
So my first the first channel I actually
the
started
Netboys.
trying to do this
Oh yeah.
was it was essentially my company's name, my construction company, and I did install I did like 10 videos, and it was the biggest one was the install of event-free gas heater. What the hell? I was gonna say this channel better have content. 138,000 views on me installing a vent-free gas heater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I made $125 one year and $125 next year from YouTube, and I'm like, holy shit, it's working.
Well, yeah. So
And
here's the
then
thing,
they
like, so-
knocked us out, like, because I only have 280 subscribers.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers to get
Right.
full ad revenue, and if you had 1,000 subscribers, you would have got full ad revenue, and you might have made like.
Well, I did make the ad revenue, and then they changed it, and it literally
How much
cut
did you
me
make
off.
off the video?
$250. I mean, between
Yeah.
that and cleaning a fucking shop vac
No,
video,
yeah, 100.
52,000 views
No,
on cleaning
but-
a shop vac.
No, but like, yeah, it's just how you set it up because you can put more ads in it, and another thing is it's like, well, is it residual or not? You know, that's how you create your careers. You get your residual audience that always comes back.
Right, it's selling insurance,
Mhm.
where you get people that are young
Selling
and not going to
selling
die.
anything, yeah.
you sell them on their health insurance, you sell them on their dental, you sell them on their life
Yeah.
insurance policy. You want to sell them on this or that. How about a mutual fund? How about that nest egg, that rainy day? You sell them on a whole bunch of shit that they're going to consider you to need. Hey, you want auto insurance? We'll sell you on that. And next thing you know, oh, renters, you're renting? Oh, now we got you on your homeowner's insurance because you canceled your shitty little rental policy to give me this big. And then you get 10 of those people, and they pay for your career.
That's one thing about... I am, a very confident person, and, I still have a lot to learn. And I don't talk about things I don't know about. And I definitely have to learn about all that shit you just talked about. The whole fucking...
I used to sell health insurance in Texas.
Yeah, like all that details with how our society runs. I just focus on my fucking videos and my content, entrepreneurship, business, and things I'm passionate about.
Right.
But I have a lot to learn from a business standpoint too. So yeah. I'm excited.
COVID hit, and I picked up Audible. I was like, man, I want to read this book, and I'm like, I don't have fucking time to read. I haven't read a book since To Kill a Mockingbird in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, which we ended up having to read that like 8 times throughout the... Because I came from Connecticut, and Connecticut had... made me read it twice, and I had to read it 3 times, and Olean, and So I read the book 8 times, seen the movie like 5 times. I've seen a theatrical production of it. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's just constant. So, but I got Audible, and the first year from like March 2020 to March 2021, I listened to 36 books.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I banged out.
You learned a lot, didn't you?
Yeah. So now I'm reviewing because I wanted to the Life22 channel. I wanted to spread it out and do so I'll have different segments. Like I do News Over Beers where I critique the council meeting, and I might even start. I want to try to find someone who wants to go down and film the school board meetings because those are fucking spicy.
Those are fucking epic too. Like, what are these guys doing? You got gay rights activists outside screaming at the Christians inside. Like, what the fuck's going on with these people? These are people who are supposed to be our leaders of our town. They act like fucking idiots, dude. Yeah. And they're straight up. I ran for fucking work for them. I set my career up so that I answer to the people that I fucking want to. I don't have to. I would not want to answer to them.
I ran for school board last fall. Or last spring, I ran for school board because I was like, I'm not having some woke idiots teach my kids or make decisions on behalf of my children. Yeah. Fucking mask mandates and all this other shit. Oh, we're going to vax all your kids because Joe Biden figured out something. So I was like, fuck this. But I'm not woke enough to work to be on the school board.
What did they say to you?
Well, they voted me. I'm usually, I like going to court because I always win. I like elections because I always... What? Every time I have to take a tenant.
Do you represent yourself?
Most times, yeah.
In court?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I always win. So that's why I like it.
I'm a good talker, too. I'm the same way. I'm actually in the same shoes. I have to go to court for a trespass violation because I was filming at Bonner's campus without a mask on. And those pansies told me not allowed to film there. And then they sent cops to my house. They're like, you're not allowed to film here. So 6 months later, we thought that we were okay to film at the Bonner's golf course because it's a public golf course. Correct. And then you said you've been to court. I don't really know the system. And so I want to explain this to you, right? This is another thing that that happened recently. It kind of doesn't really make sense to me. And maybe you being an older person, you can kind of clear it up. So, like I said, we film at this golf course because I needed to get a scene of me and my friends on a golf course for a scene. I paid for my golf cart. We film, and then security comes, and we're cracking jokes about the Browns, and they're like, well, you should leave. So as we're leaving and returning the golf cart, we see this group of golfers, and they're just getting started on their little route or whatever. And me, I do interviews, right? Yeah. So I pull up to them. This is what I say. Hey, guys, do you want to do an interview? And I'm immediately greeted by Officer Matt Chanel, little guy, right? 5 foot, whatever, grabs me and smacks my camera. Footage stops. Intoxicated. And what are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, laying up, dude. This is ridiculous. I don't want to film, but that happened, right? And they're like, we're calling the cops, we leave. So a month later, I'm getting ready to go.
You were drunk? And he was drunk. Okay.
I'm getting ready to go down to L.A., and this fucking cop comes to my house. Here's a trespass violation. I look at it. My name is Officer Chanel. I've been working for the Olean Police Department for 10 years. I saw Will Nation and Sullivan Odell Ryan at the golf course. How fucking petty is that? He went out of his way to report me over some bullshit because he was upset and jealous and didn't like what I was doing. And Will's charges got dropped. I went in, and I had one lawyer. He's like, oh, we'll get it dropped. Not that big of a deal. Minor. It's a violation. And then I go again, and it's a different lawyer. Like, I had a different lawyer, and he tells me something completely opposite. He was like...
Would you get a public defender or something?
Yeah, I was a public defender. I don't fucking... That's what's so great about entertainment. 3 weeks, you know, you don't have shit, and then the next day you have anything you want.
Right. No, I hear you.
So I had a public defender, so I was like... He's like, well, the prosecutors don't want to go on trial. And I'm like, what? They're like, they think they have evidence on you that will get you a max charge. And I'm just like, well... I don't see, isn't that kind of corrupt? Like, you don't want to go on trial. Like, I just want to speak my side of the story. And, like, my lawyer was pretty much just telling me, like, fucking take the plea. We don't want to do this shit. It's like...
No, they don't want to do it, right.
And it's just like, dude, it's ridiculous.
Call that number I forwarded to you.
What is that?
Call that number I forwarded to you.
What is that?
So, like, every time I go to court to defend myself, it's usually, like, a small claims or an eviction. It's usually civil.
Do you hear the story though? Like, does that sound like?
No. But it sounds like they're charging you with something that could be criminal. Anytime there's a criminal thing going on, I get a lawyer.
Yeah, no, and it was completely, it's a violation, so it's like a speeding ticket, but it wasn't mischievous, it wasn't intentionally trespassing. And
technically, it falls in the realm of, there's two different realms, though. There's civil and criminal.
Yeah.
And a violation is still in the criminal realm.
Yeah, and
usually it's swept under the rug.
Stupid.
It doesn't.
It's ridiculous, and it's annoying, and it's like, it's not on the campus map, and who fucking told me that, how long does this ban last for? Like, what do you think?
I think that Bonaventure has a lot of stupid shit. Like, they always go out of their way to, like, do weird stuff. Like, that you couldn't have a party during COVID. Like, and they were coming, like, kids were partying back home. If they're from New Jersey, they would party back home. And if they posted on Facebook that they were at a party, they were violating campus rules and being expelled.
What a lame-ass fucking school, dude. I can't...
And there's people that were doing it on, like, nearby campus, even in Olean or Allegheny, and they were getting expelled from school.
So, Abana's basketball player played Division I, and he is trying to run his own company now. He's one of my good friends. And big-time entrepreneur, spent a lot of time with me. I'm 19, and I give him investment money. And he went to Bonas, and I'm like, well, where's your alumni association? Where's all the fucking investors?
Alumni associations, you know what they do? They take money from you.
Like,
they hope that you go out there, do well.
What's the point of going to fucking Bonas, dude? Like, God, dude, this shit's pissing me off. I don't know. I won their St. Bonaventure University Science Fair, and I danced on their St. Bonaventure University dance team. Like, leave me the fuck alone, dude.
Yeah, I would. I'd call that number. And
I think the biggest thing is, like, it was like, well, is this out of character? Well, like, yeah, it's out of character. It wasn't mischievous. I fucking paid for my golf cart. It's not on the campus map, and it's a public golf course. How am I in the wrong?
Right, you were there. You're playing golf.
Can you explain to me? Am I in the wrong or not?
No, you're not in the wrong. I don't see where you were in the wrong. I also didn't see the video.
I'm just asking you. I don't know. I'm just a kid. I'm just like asking. I'm like,
so they're making that you were trespassing because they already asked you once to leave.
No, so 6 months before they're like, don't film on campus. I'm like, okay, well that's not fucking campus. I film a TV show in this fucking town.
Yeah.
So like what? What do you think that does in court? Are they gonna be like blah 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 blah? I mean, I have a lawyer now. I asked him about it, so we'll see. I don't really want to fly him down from St. Louis, but. You think this is a case that I should go just to defend myself and just go what happens? Because I mean, guess what? I mean, if they send me to jail...
If you want to... See, I like winning. So even if I have to have a team with me,
yeah,
I like winning.
I like winning too. I mean, hey man, if they want to give me the max charge of 15 days in jail, I'll take... which is completely unheard of. I'll just read my Harry Potter book, jerk off a couple of times, and sell my mugshot T-shirt for... like $50 a pop. So
what's but yeah, where would they send you for 15 days? They send you to Little Valley. So it looks like you are going to college. You're going to JCC, fucking Cattaraugus County, Little Valley campus.
How petty is this shit, dude? I cannot see once we're once you're in the media, it gives you that power, so you can like fuck with these people who think they know, they think they control shit because. They follow the traditional path of society.
If you follow my YouTube channel, like you would see, like Kevin doesn't seem to be that popular. Like I got 2 of them. One is really popular. If I actually started putting out more videos about fixing shit in
I'm
people's
just-
houses. But
yeah.
this one, I got 211
Here's
subscribers.
the thing,
People.
though, man. Here's the thing. You have a lot to learn when it just comes to how you market yourself, and you'll learn it fast. And just like take advantage of TikTok. There's so much shit you can do, and believe me, I can see how you have a good voice. You're a good host. I'm more unorthodox the way that I host, because I'm just myself. But you have that voice, that presence. But yeah, it's just gonna be smoother. You're just gonna get really good at like talking to people, just being funny, and everyone's just gonna love to watch you.
Yeah, I like to point out to people because these people are gonna be watching later. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We love your hate mail. Hate mail on this channel. I'm sorry, fan mail on this channel is all of their death threats and hate. And
Fan mail?
Yeah.
What do you get mail like letters?
Oh, we get angry letters and we get nasty
From who?
comments.
Letters?
People that
People
don't like.
send you letters.
I got a couple letters when I was an
How do you-
alderman.
Oh really? I have a studio now, so I should put my address. Oh, bad idea too. Fuck.
Yeah.
I need a PO box.
I say fan mail. I'm referring to people leaving the nasty comments.
Oh yeah,
below
no, I
and-
get a lot of that too, but most of my comments are pretty positive and they're pretty hyped up.
Oh yeah, mine are usually like Kevin's a piece of shit.
Well,
So,
that's what I was like in Bradford, and I was just like, well, fuck you guys, thanks for watching.
Oh no, I love it. I love it. I
too.
embrace their fan mail.
It's funny because usually the people who are talking are fucking nobodies with zero credentials.
Yeah.
And when I say nobodies, like, it's not demeaning someone. It's just like, how are you gonna fucking talk to me in a negative way if you don't have credentials to do so?
Right.
And someone who does have credentials would never say that to you.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
They would encourage you.
So what I was saying with if you looked at my YouTube channel, you'd be like, Kevin's a nobody. But as soon as I do something on my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
fucking Times Herald loves to just take it and run with it. Even not being an alderman anymore, I'm apparently creating controversy. Like as soon as I stepped down and I took the job, like 2 months later, they had that Derek Chauvin trial for the George Floyd murder, and all I kept hearing every day in the news was like, he needs to just there shouldn't be a trial. They just need to kill the cop. They need to kill the cop. And I'm like, this is still America. This is still America. So every day I keep hearing all these.
Instead of that, that's like just so fucked. It's like that's why I just try to like.
Yeah, well,
like
so every
talking to people.
I got vented. I got so pissed off. I just vented one day, and I just said, you know what? I'm not going to put out a YouTube video. I'm just going to change my Facebook profile, and I did one of those like Justice for Chauvin, and over top of like my family portrait, and people went fucking ballistic, which. Everybody that's usually like most of the people that I see on social media are.
But
like,
you mean people as in 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, or under? Just people you know. More crazy?
Oh no, like
Thousands?
yeah, thousands. Not as big as the face mask parking shop thing, because the parking shop thing got like
on Facebook?
yeah, it was Facebook. But then,
I don't know how anything works on Facebook with like algorithm. How do people just sharing?
yeah, they were just kept sharing
Local
through all the
people?
local politics
got
stuff,
out
but
more.
it pretty much got me like. It got me talked about in a bunch of different like committees at like.
They're talking about me too, but they're talking like they were trying to fucking. I had to go have a meeting with a sheriff, detective, and a fucking another sheriff about exploitation. But I mean, clearly that's not the fucking case. Like I don't give a fuck who I film with. It's the most retarded claim I've ever heard in my life, and they told me that. Well, we don't have a case because. We don't pursue cases that we don't think we can win. And I'm like, well, clearly you can't fucking win it. You fucking idiots. That's like, it's completely no-brainer. Like, there is a fine line between making fun of people who have disabilities and then someone like Will Nation, who was my friend from high school, who was a talented, funny person who understands the comedy that is being portrayed, and his life has completely changed. He went from only in New York to fucking luxury car dealerships in Buffalo, sitting in a fucking Porsche, in a fucking Ferrari dealership.
I heard about that one. I haven't seen that video.
He just got back from St. Louis. A man that could fucking go buy any business in this fucking city is a fan of Will. And there's hundreds of people like that that are A-list celebrities that hang out with Dan Bilzerian. And it's like, do not fucking talk down to me about what I do. You fucking...
Oh, it's people across the board with their piddly shit. Like
it's
that's
piddly shit that have nothing to do. Oh my god, we live in this small town. This kid, he's filming with a bunch of oddballs. And
he's making ripples in the water. We
He's
can't have it. We like still ponds,
we like
yo.
still fucking, stay in your lane, man. But guess what? It's out of their hands now. It's, they're getting left behind, and the new generation of, all those guys are going to die soon. They're pretty old, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck are those guys? And I know their kids don't have anything morally behind them because they were raised by them. So they always have that intuition inside of them, and it's like, oh, I gotta follow the rules. I can't
like black and white.
Yeah, like I can't like.
Yeah.
But no, man, there comes its limit though. You know, obviously some stuff I'm saying is exaggerated, but that's really how I feel. I like. You know, you never want to be too crazy. You know, obviously there's a limit. You know, you can't just go out and fucking say whatever you want.
I didn't think, screw you, I'm not wearing a mask in your grocery store was going to get to like 300,000 retweets on Twitter.
Yeah, like
Morgan Fairchild tweeted it and goes, look at this moron. Well, there goes my dream of screwing Morgan Fairchild. I know she's in her 70s now, but when I was a kid.
That's funny.
What?
She said that she's tweeted that?
She said, screw this guy.
Can you show me the tweet?
Yeah,
throw it up in the video, man.
That's insane.
Yeah, come on, bro. Show me.
I might have to edit it afterwards because I gotta find it. My
friend,
friend of mine.
You should have that. You should always have your big publicity moments on lock, like with screenshots and shit, because it's just like it's part of your resume, you know. It's just part of it. But God, can you believe what happened today, man?
That was
Jesus
insane.
Christ. Hey, I don't know what the rules are with like an open investigation. Not an open investigation, but like an open case with like a violation. That shouldn't be an issue, right? That I talked about it. I mean, you have Times Herald people calling people all the time, right? About like what's going on.
Yeah, usually just ignore their calls and then they say.
No, I mean like I can publicize what's going on in the case, right? Like that's not illegal.
It's a case against you. Yeah, they're not. They might not talk about an ongoing
No, I know.
investigation.
It's completely corrupt. Like these people, they know who the fuck I am. Like if they don't like me, they can do whatever. But you know what? Fuck them. Straight up, dude. I didn't do shit, bro. Following my dreams and making great videos. Big dog.
You should send it to me on Facebook. God damn it. I might have to get that to you another time.
It's all good. Do you have any other topics you want to go over? Do you have anything else you want to talk about? I want to hear, like, you broke down these council meetings, right? And I watched them because I have an assistant and a manager, and one of my assistants is actually from Olean, and she, like, lays low. She's in entertainment. She graduated from Full Sail University, and, like, she messaged me, and I don't just degrade anyone, regardless who you are. It's like, if you have talent and if you can help me, and she did. She writes very great documents, and she has fucking Jeep, whips around, does her own shit, entrepreneur. And we were watching these council meetings, and they just like seemed so stupid. Like, what are they even talking about? Like, what's the point of them? Like, what the fuck are they doing in that? Like, what are they getting done? Like,
so some of it's generic paperwork, like bullshit stuff from the state.
I saw dudes in there whining about like the shootings and like they don't want their kids out on the street driving. Cause
our council meetings or
yeah, what happened with like the cops shooting at a car and shit?
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, all that shit.
So I don't know the whole story on that one. I just know that like once we forwarded like the city of Olean forwarded that to like the state troopers. Like they were like, we're not going to do an internal investigation because it's going to look biased. Give it to state troopers, and then if it goes to the district attorney, and I think it went to a different district attorney because obviously the district attorney works with all the police departments in our county, so they forwarded to a different one, and a cop was exonerated. Yeah. But I guess from what I gather, watching Facebook and all the different things, girl started was I guess gunning towards a cop, and the cop unloaded on the car. Yeah. And I guess in the heat of the moment, he may have, from what it sounds like, he jumped out of the way and continued to shoot at the car.
If Crack Chris comes at you with a knife and you have a gun, are you shooting him in the head?
Yeah. You always shoot to kill. You never shoot to wound.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, dude, like... I was wondering. Do you think that kid's going to be in jail for a little bit, or do you think he's going to get out, or what? They have him in custody.
Does he know where your mom lives?
Yep.
Okay.
Did she have a ring doorbell? I like the cops are low-key cool. It's like the upper people that get all pissed off. But like the sheriffs, like I talked to... My favorite video was the one where you went on a double date.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one, but I see they pop up in my feed.
Yeah, it's what the cop told me, and I'm just like...
Which one?
The double date.
No, which cop?
Not sure. There's a lot of them. Ensel's pretty cool.
You got to read their name tag.
Yeah, Ensel's cool. I just, Chanel, man, if he wants to put his hands on me at a golf course, he's just put on some boxing gloves with me, and we'll put like $5,000 on it, and we'll just duke it out for 3 rounds. You know, if everyone's
we might be able to arrange that.
If people are just like big tough guys, you know. So.
But, did Geez, I was going to say something. Now I'm drawing a blank. The council meetings.
I think
so
you
talking
know
about...
a lot about what goes on in this town, and I would have really loved to be at that like Christians versus gay activist event. So you should just let me know whenever there's something going on, and I would love.
Yeah, I'm going to do a review of that situation. Yeah. That's another thing that because I'll do reviews of like books that I've read, or I'll review a product. Like I have different sections, and then I'll do we started Church of Drinking when I was in college.
That's cool.
Yeah, I did a wedding 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah.
Legal in New York State.
Did a wedding? What do you mean? Like
I performed the service because I'm the head pastor of our Church of Drinking.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah.
That's like some fuck you shit right
there.
Yeah,
we're non-denominational. Actually,
that's awesome.
I've given out three different medical exemption letters for hospital workers that didn't want to get vaccinated.
I need to make my religion. I kind of want to build a cult around my fan base. It's kind of the best thing ever that could happen.
Yeah. You get yourself
you have a fan base on your every whim, whatever you want to monopolize. That probably wasn't in correct terms. I was going to say whatever you want to monopolize. What does that mean? That statement.
Whatever you
you want to monopolize. What does that mean?
So I guess it's whatever you want to take over.
Exactly. Okay, monopolize. It was correct. Sometimes words just pop in my brain and I try to use them.
It's a rough translation.
You have your fan base, and once you have that dominant force, you really can
So I watched
trash any fucking one who just these YouTubers were at a restaurant, and they were like the restaurant workers were like being dicks to them, and fucking 600,000 reviews, just 1 star, it's over. Don't fuck with it.
I follow Matt Walsh on YouTube, and I think he's pretty funny, and he's satirical, and he went to go speak out at a Loudoun County school board last week. But I've watched a couple months ago. He kind of made a comment. He's like, "Well, see you later, my sweet babies." And then, all of a sudden, in the YouTube comments started popping up, "We are the Sweet Baby Gang." And then all of a sudden, it just started to grow. And then they were he's like, he had somebody make a shirt. And it's or somebody sent, this would be great for a shirt. And somebody sent him a shirt, so he wore it on the show. And it's him in a diaper, cartoonized,
and he probably sold a shit ton of shirts.
So he put him into production, but then he did a calling. He's like, I want a theme song. I want an anthem for our So for the YouTube comment portion of his show where he reads YouTube comments and he criticizes them or responds to them, he plays a clip from the anthem, and he did a whole contest. And it was really kind of cool to watch that happen, because I've already seen the cult mentality, right? You get people that
That's how it should be. It's honestly
the Grateful Dead. You see anybody that's got a Jer Bear, right? They got a Jer Bear. They got the steely face.
We're in a different what millennium are you in? What age group?
I don't know the title. I think
you're definitely separate from us. We watch different shit than you. When we said Nelk Boys, if you're in entertainment, you should learn who they are. They're at the top of the game. We gotta catch up with you, and you gotta catch up with us. It's two separate things. Because we're hot in the industry.
Rugrats came out when I was watching them.
Rugrats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was barely got to watch that show. It was my brother.
I was Blue's Clues and Barney was my little brother's generation. He's 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
So I'm 33.
Okay. 33.
So yeah, so there's not a huge gap. It's not like we're
it's not a huge gap.
It's not like I'm trying to explain to you who Doug Funny is, and you're like, Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of things you can learn on both sides for sure. And I'm on the come up. So, but no, from a content standpoint, I think that a lot of success comes from talking about relevant things too. Especially being a host. Imagine how funny me, you sitting down with Will and just talking all of us about what's going on, because his opinion is drastically different from mine and yours, and it's just so funny. There's just a lot of funny things can happen, and then how you twist it and.
Yeah, so a large chunk of the videos that are on my channel too were me filming council meetings.
You went there and filmed it?
Yeah, I was on the council.
See, I tried to tell him I would go there and give a speech.
I was on the council, and they didn't. They were like, "Oh, well, maybe we'll talk about approving getting cameras to live stream our meetings and stuff," and they kind of jerked it around for a couple of years, and so for a couple of
years, dude, how the fuck did they move that slow with their decisions?
Because they didn't want to drop $10,000 or whatever it was going to cost.
They don't have money this time. What's good? No one has money.
They would rather spend it on a park or something.
Park, their pavilion they built, real nice.
I get mad every time they upgrade kids' equipment because, like, you're not a kid unless you get splinters from the playground at the local park.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a must growing up.
That's true.
And now we have none. So
No,
it's like, now
literally,
my kids can't grow up. They're going to be children for life. They're going to live in my basement all because we got rid of parks.
Yeah.
Like,
No, yeah, I think a lot of creativity is, like, being killed, too, though, at the same time, like...
But, no, so I would... I got a 360 camera in my bag over here.
Uh-huh.
And produced locally over at 360 Rise. And so... I bought one as soon as they came out, and anytime I have technical issues, Mike helps me with them. And
Mike
Kittner, he owns the company.
What is 360 Rise?
So they do 360 renderings. So, like, I set this little camera down, and it'll film everything in a 360
What does
sphere.
that look like on a 16:4 screen? Like, what does that look like in a YouTube video?
Well, I mean, you swipe and you can look around the room.
Oh, so you just move it around.
Yeah, so I would set it in front of me at the council meetings and I would film. And then I would sit back here because it would do it in 10-minute segments.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have enough subscribers to go live to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't have an iPhone.
Yeah.
You needed both because an iPhone because you have to talk to the device through Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But Androids can't use Wi-Fi and your data at the same time. So if you're connected to that device, it's looking for that device for the internet. And it's not. So you can't live stream from an Android with that device. But if you had an Apple, you could link to that and go live.
Yeah.
But if I had 1,000 subscribers, I could then have went live to YouTube. So what I did was I ended up just coming back here, taking my 10-minute chunks on my SD card, rendering them together using Sony Vegas Pro, and then I would then upload them. But you got to remember, it's 360, so it's 1080p camera.
Yeah.
It's actually 4K or beyond 4K because it's grabbing every scene you're looking at when you're swiping is 1080p.
So what was the purpose of that? Like, why did you want to get?
I filmed it for transparency.
You just wanted to like see people in the crowd and like everything that was.
I wanted you to get the best representation of like what was going on at a council meeting.
So
I wanted
really
you to be able to.
These guys are fucking idiots. You just think people. I mean, realistically, they're probably good people, but like, do you just like despise like the?
I don't despise them. I wanted to critique them because there's some bullshit legislation that comes through, and they don't have me there anymore to give my opinions. So now I'm going to give my opinions still as a member of the public.
Yeah, it's great. It's great because it's like, well, you have more of a say when you're dominant in the media than when you're just sitting there at a fucking meeting. They don't give a fuck.
Right. Yeah, because they can quickly brush it under the rug and be like, who caught that? Do you think the Times Herald really caught what Kevin said? No. But then I'll take what Kevin said and put it on YouTube, and now everybody gets to catch it. And you share it on a bunch of places on Facebook. And so I was filming the council meetings while I was there to catch every bit. And then the nice part about the 360, you could scroll around the room. When I said something, I could be like, now look at so-and-so's face, and you could see them. Or...
Do you think the leaders of this town are doing a good job to make it like to advance it economically?
I think they're doing as best they can. I think their hands are tied behind the state. I think the state's got their hands tied because I think a lot of what's driving the economics of Olean is the state.
Yeah, I've never discredit their work ethic or anything. I just don't like the mindset necessarily of some people, you know.
No, there's some people up there that are backpedaling and they think they're moving forward. There's other people.
I just want to make that clear. You know, I definitely respect them, just like I would respect anyone else. But I definitely don't ever appreciate. You know, they probably have their own intuitions about. The mayor, you know, presented me with awards before in entrepreneurship and business. So it's like, what's up?
How long ago was that?
That was my sophomore year, so like 2 years ago. And then from the science fair, I went to the Entrepreneurs Academy, and you know.
You were, because I was gonna say I would have been there on the council because we did that 2 years in a row. Brian George was helping out with the program.
Oh yeah, great guy, Brian.
Yeah, yep. I served on the council with him.
Yeah,
so.
I just I like Brian. He was it was pretty great. It was so hilarious because we also had another mentor, Shane Weijak, who like fucking robbed millions of dollars from people, and it's so funny. It's like crazy. That was who our mentor was a multi-millionaire Bitcoin entrepreneur, and apparently he fucking finessed a bunch of people in Bradford, and I love it because I used to go to his office in Bradford. It was super nice, and I'm the king of Bradford, so it's funny.
You just fleeced.
But it was just so random that we had Brian, crypto robber, like that's who taught us, and I think that there's an intuition that like grades and like all that follows.
So we must have been giving you guys the award because the first time we went through and did the programs, is it Sarah?
Sarah who?
I feel like there was a woman that presented
all of it. It was Haley Kotwitz.
Haley.
Yeah. Great lady.
She, I was like, Brian, I'd love
Yeah.
to, because Matt Keller was on the board for that program too.
All those. That's why I was never like all those people invested in me. All the leaders of this city.
Yeah,
when I was a sophomore. I was just like.
I told Matt Keller and Brian George that I was like, I'd like to, they want to talk to entrepreneurs. I'll give a speech. It must have been right after you had gone through the program.
Yeah,
I gave a speech about running a small business, and they had like 3 presenters on the same night, and I was like. I ended up monopolizing most of the time because the kids had so many questions for me. Like, wait a minute, you're an alderman? You run a coffee shop?
Yeah, but they didn't give you time of day?
No, they did. They just, all the other presenters were, like, looking at their watches like, we should have gone before this guy.
Oh, yeah. It's just, it's like people don't understand, like, these kids. Like, someone needs to be telling them to be doing these programs because, like I've said multiple times, it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters your credentials and, what's in here in your confidence. Like, I was the smartest person in that class. I didn't have the best grades in that class, but I knew from the day one that none of these kids were on that level. And, like...
It's like a red dot.
Yeah, no, like, I'm competitive. I'm very competitive in everything. So it's like...
What do you do with...
So it's like when I step in an entrepreneurship business ring on YouTube, it's like, all right, let's go.
So the Sulli Odell show, is that on YouTube and on TikTok, or is it just on YouTube?
Yeah, so it's on YouTube, and our first TikTok got banned at 200,000 followers. And
how do you do both?
What do you mean?
You just upload it to both places?
So you upload clips, 30 to 40-second clips on TikTok, and then I just promote heavy YouTube.
So you go through and you clip out 30-second, like the juicy stuff.
Clip out. That's exactly what you should do. That's the only way to get attention, because YouTube doesn't push videos like that anymore. Like, everyone is trying to get into the creator market because it's the best job in the world. Who wouldn't want to sit around, talk about their opinions, travel the world, hang out with millionaires, drive expensive cars?
I think everybody's always wanted to do that, but we never had a platform like YouTube before.
Yeah,
or
we
any of these.
We did have a platform. It was just
it was like cable news network. Is how it was, or cable
but even back
television.
in 2010 and 2006.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
If you were producing the content you were now, by the time 2015 came, you would have been a fucking instant success. If you just would have sat down and been like, okay, well, what hasn't been filmed right now? How do I lock in and film full time? There was a lot of shit that wasn't being done nowadays. And now the problem is everything's already been done. So you have to find something completely original to come out with that really is something new. That's like, you're like, wow, this is actually like pretty entertaining. And
see, I figured that would be my sales pitch. It's me, right? Like,
yeah.
I've been around the block. I'm knowledgeable, and I feel like I could be a good.
So then the problem
conversationalist.
Is people don't know you, so they don't give a fuck about you. So you have to make them like you. That's the only way.
Yeah. So I figured if I was just consistent and just kept putting out videos where
YouTube,
I'm talking, then people are eventually they'll like. If you didn't know who Joe Rogan was, and then somebody said, "Oh, dude, you got to check out this podcast," and then you watch it, and then it snowballs.
But it's network too, though. Just like what you did, you invite me on the show, and bam, and then maybe I fucking hook you up with it. Like we were just on the Your Mom's House podcast.
Really?
Yeah, me and Will Nation we were featured on their podcast for like 45 seconds. Pretty funny stuff, right?
That's cool. Yeah. No.
They were like, they didn't. We filmed it. It was one of our TikToks they were reviewing.
I'm a big fan of Tom Segura.
Yeah,
so.
they were. I don't watch their show.
I don't watch that. I just like watching.
I don't watch them. I don't know. I don't think.
I like Two Bears, One Cave.
What is that guy? Is he a smart dude? Like, what is his background?
Tom Segura.
Your Mom's House podcast.
He's a stand-up comedian.
He's a comedian.
Him, Bert Kreischer, Joe Rogan, and Ari Shaffir. They're like
the girl. Yeah, they reviewed one of our clips and they thought it was like they were laughing because Will had a fucking minigun, Nerf gun. And I told one of the dudes that, so he lit up someone's car at a gas station with a fucking Nerf minigun. And I told the dude, like, go fuck with him and act like you're super mad. And they reviewed it, they're like, that might not be the smartest thing to do in 2021, was go and fucking shoot a minigun. And, like, they thought it was real. But that's what I love about it, that no one knows, like, what's real, what's not real. Got chased for a knife. Really, that's really real, you know.
Yeah.
So it's so much fun.
The LGBTQ leaders that you guys were talking about earlier, like protesting the school because there's people that are Christian at the school, or whatever. So the head of that like whole fight, Leo was on Steven Crowder. You know who Steven Crowder?
Leo. What's Leo?
Leo?
Or no? What do you mean by Leo?
Leo is the name of the person that's the head of the LGBTQ movement in the area.
Here.
Leonardo. I don't know what Leo is short for.
Okay. I'm just a fan of Leonardo DiCaprio. So
okay.
This is his name. Leonardo. I plan on naming my kid Leonardo.
So, but recently there was a video on Steven Crowder. You know who Steven Crowder is?
Nope.
Louder with Crowder.
Heard of him. Probably.
Yeah. He. I think his biggest claim to fame was he would just put shit in the he was in television network. I think he was like a commentator for like Fox or something. But he when he was 23, you know what I mean? And then he sat down in a park and said, like, abortion is murder, changed my mind, or men can't have babies, changed my mind. And he was the change my mind guy. He had a sign in the park, and that was his claim to fame. And then he started louder with Crowder, and they got him as a commentator. Well, he reviews videos and stuff, and they brought a TikTok video from Leo onto their like national, cool. His show's national, if not worldwide. You know what I mean? Like it's Steven Crowder, and somebody sent me the video. It was like, "Yo, Leo's on Steve," and I'm like, "Fuck, I wish." Yeah.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I wish I was an idiot. I want to be on Steven Crowder.
No, listen, bro, it's TikTok, bro. Take advantage of it.
Yeah,
it gets you that organic audience, and any single famous person ever can.
I was just saying there was something.
If they like it,
because TikTok used to be Musical.ly. You had to do music. Now you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
It's anything.
Now you can do whatever you want. It's like Twitch. Twitch used to be gaming. Now you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but they're strict on TikTok, and a lot of my friends got banned.
TikTok or Twitch?
Both.
Probably both, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube's a little more lenient, but TikTok, but it's like...
They have, like, strict guidelines.
Yeah, you stay in there. We bleep everything now. It's censored because, we have a wide range of people who watch us, so I don't want to be too offensive, but, no, yeah, take advantage.
So you can't say the R word?
What do you say?
You can't say the R word on TikTok?
Probably not, no. You can't fight, guns, sexual things, and it's stupid, like... Yeah, pretty much, like, there's taking down a lot of sexual stuff. We've had a lot of stuff there's talking about, like, comedy, sex stuff. They'll just take it down.
Talking about Will. Like, Will was hit me up yesterday. If you know somebody who's... Yeah, he was... You remember the conversation 2 days ago? You handed him the phone in the airport.
Yeah.
He wants me to find him a lady.
Yeah.
That's willing to let him do his YouTube thing. Like...
How did you know these guys?
Who?
How did you know all them? How do you know Will and everyone?
Will showed up at the house.
What do you mean he showed up at your house?
Like just walking up the street.
That's pretty wild.
We were having like a 4th of July party or something. It was like right after, it was 2020.
Yeah.
So COVID, like, I was on the Common Council and I was like, hey guys, Memorial Day's coming up. We're having a huge party at my house. And everyone was like, somebody took the screenshot of it and sent it to the mayor, and the mayor had to call the police department and the health department because it's, when somebody commits a crime, and that's the executive orders aren't crimes because they're not laws.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're like, fuck you, we're gonna have a party, and like, it was like we just like we're not gonna social distance, and we're gonna have more than 6 people at our house.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And there's a whole bunch of people pissed off about it, and then all of a sudden it started to die down around 4th of July. They just didn't give a shit. And we had a "You honk, we drink" that whole summer. We had a "You honk, we drink" sign in the yard, and honk if you think Carol Baskins killed her husband.
Damn.
And then Will's walking by. We're playing Viking horseshoes in the front yard.
Do you see why he's such an entertaining person that could be on the internet because of that shit? It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah, it's like so original.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he just wandered up, told us about...
Imagine if he had a GoPro. What's up, guys? Like,
that's how I started.
He's going to be a star. He might be the richest person in Olean. He might even be richer than me, but he's on my team, so...
Yeah, that's cool.
It's I'm excited. I'm excited for him to prove everyone wrong. It'll be fun.
Yeah, he showed up and he kind of weirded everybody out at first, but not at first. It took him some time for a lot of the guests to probably be like, Kevin, when's this fucking kid gonna leave us alone? There were some people that just were like bothered, and then like, but when he first got there, we felt bad because he was talking about how like, it must have been Memorial Day. He was like, it's Memorial Day, and my buddy just died in Afghanistan. And I watched your St. Louis podcast, or your interview.
There was a video before that where I brought that kid back. Apparently, because they pranked him and told him that he died.
They pranked him.
So they called him one day because they're friends from his high school, and they were like, Timmy? Oh, he died in Afghan. And he was like, wow, what? And then Will just went on a rant about how he was his best friend in the military.
And then he came back.
Yeah, and back from the dead.
Yeah.
He was like, yo. But, I mean, I was on them. I was just documenting it. I mean, it's kind of fucked up.
So he came by talking about how his friend had died in the military, and he was on his way to the funeral. And I'm like, well, you want to stop in for a burger? He's like, yeah. Then
Well, that's exaggerated. There wasn't a fucking funeral. Sometimes he tells tall tales.
No, you could tell it's his personality, right? Like,
but it's so stupid though because he's fucking smart, but I feel like he knows like he's lying and he just wants to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's like we constantly are talking with our manager and like we were in an office with our lawyers and someone who has a lot of money, and they're just like, "Well, don't fucking be stupid. We will fire you." And shit. So it's just like, but I think it's just bad influences, man. Just like same thing with anyone, and especially with him because he is.
Did he grow up in Bradford?
No, he grew up here, and it's just like his family. Family not good.
I was trying to
not good. Like Chris was one of his main.
It was Bradford. I'd say it's the water, but.
Yeah, I mean, my deer in my backyard were literally fist fighting the other day, and I have it on video. The deer in my backyard were standing up, fighting each other like this.
You're in Olean?
In my backyard, like this, just fighting.
In Olean or on the outskirts of Olean?
In Olean, right?
Okay,
Olean.
I just want to know. I want to know if it's legal for me to hunt them.
No, they're dope, but it was so funny. It was just like
they don't. Yeah, when you get a bow permit. When they give you your bow, it's antlerless and either sex. So
really,
yeah,
I can just snipe those. That'd be a great YouTube video, killing deer in my backyard.
Yeah, I got a phone mount on my bow.
That would be, dude. I have this fucking like overhang on my. I have this window, and I can step out onto my balcony. Imagine if I'm just shooting at these does. That would be epic.
When was the last time you shot a bow?
Boy Scout camp in 2007.
Kentucky windage. Just lick your fingers, stick it up. And
no, it's just natural. It's just like fucking snipe that bitch.
Yeah.
Bow, I want to shoot a bow. Do you have a fucking bow? Looks like you got a 12, whatever the fuck kind of shotgun.
It's 12 gauge over under.
Sounds like you're a fun guy. You know, we'll be in contact with the business world. You know, and entertainment.
Yeah, I got a.
You want to have?
I got a bow shooting range down the driveway. In the back.
Do?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Sounds like we just got a lot more content. It sounds like I found another co-host if I ever need one, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do it, man. I'm fucking amped up.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Now you get me all excited about going to murk deer in your backyard.
I'm gonna be murking. Wait, that's legal in my backyard?
Well, I mean,
shoot deer. Like
last I checked,
they're like in town. It's like by like fucking like.
Well, so technically, it depends on the circumstances because you can't fire a rifle or a gun within 500 feet of somebody's house. That's a DEC law.
Yeah.
Without their permission.
Yeah.
250 for a crossbow, 150 feet for a bow. Most police officers and departments don't consider bows a firearm.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were hunting, as long as you're not violating the DEC's rule, most people don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, they keep saying that you can't discharge a firearm in the city, but I've never seen anybody typically charged with that. They haven't found the law. They charge them with other things like reckless endangerment. Now, that's what they can get you for if you shoot a bow and it lands in somebody else's property. That's reckless endangerment.
That's for sure. I would think from a moral standpoint, I think people would be pretty pissed off if I was just sniping Bambi for fun.
Well, you can't kill the deer without a permit.
No, I'm just saying, with a permit, even just being that arrogant, just shooting deer, I think people would like be pissed off, you know.
Hey, take what you got.
Man, in a perfect world,
you don't just let it die and leave the meat on the ground.
I mean, if I'm on my roof just shooting at these deer for fun, I mean, people would be pissed.
Hey, listen, what if you had fucking flowers in your backyard?
I mean, I'll eat it. Well, fuck it, we can eat it, then we'll be good, right? We just can't like abuse it. Kill it.
Don't let Will have sex with it or nothing.
Just I mean, that's something like Ray might do with one of his wild stories. Did you hear of Ray yet?
No.
Redneck Ray? Dude, there's a whole cast of characters.
I keep seeing the
thumbnails. It's not about the fucking. It's not about my cast, which is why it's so stupid. Any fucking corporation, cop, retards who have nothing to do want to sit there and judge me, and they don't even know me. Like, it's not. I can go and film with anyone the fuck I want to. I'm the one hosting the goddamn show. And I've had millions of views with every single different person I filmed with, and every single cameraman of mine has filmed something viral, and that's a testament to the skills I've developed in just putting.
Yeah, I caught the 3rd Street shooter one.
Yeah, that's the video that Shimbetta got pissed off about, and it's just like it's not necessarily like sometimes you can see how Shimbetta would be pissed off about that, the shooter video.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I was just like, I'd go to a crime scene, fucking sure. Like, that's what I did.
Weren't you dressed like Captain America?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. It was something MCU, right?
I mean, would I do that again? No.
Wouldn't be Black Widow.
Was I trying something new? Yes, like, fucking.
Did you get arrested?
No.
No, you just got asked to leave, right? Like,
step back. They didn't care. They didn't ask me to leave. Nothing
no?
happened. They just didn't like the circumstances of it. And I mean, I can see how it would be like. I wasn't being disrespectful. It was just more of just like being comedic in a more serious situation. But I didn't like mention anyone that was involved in it. It was just like there's a crime scene and there was a shooting in my hometown. So I'm just like, what's up? What's up, boys? You need some backup? Just being comical.
Yeah.
But I can see how some people get offended by that, and it's a place that I didn't have to go, but.
My buddy Steve was here because he lives on South 3rd when I was watching.
Yeah.
I was like, Steve, you know this guy? And you were interviewing like an older guy, and I can't remember. He had some like stupid nickname like Biscuit or Bingo or Thrush or something. I couldn't remember. He had some kind of a cool nickname. I was like, who the hell is this guy? And he's like, oh, I know him. He's so-and-so. He lives down block from me. And yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you dabble around. And this is, it's like, who gives a fuck, dude? People die every fucking, like, yeah, but I'm going to die. You're going to die, like, trying to film something funny, bro. And like, would I do it again? No, because I don't need to do that. Like, but it's about being creative and trying to just try to film new things.
Yeah.
But,
So is the council going to see you this week?
It depends what my speech is about. Who's on the council? Is
Brian stepped down.
Smith's on the council?
Nope, Nate stepped down last year.
See, it's over. You gotta have Nate Smith. Nate Smith is probably one of the greatest businessmen in this town. I look up to him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
I got a lot of science fair equipment from him. Like, when just going there, and my stepdad always brought me there as a kid. I think it's cool.
I'm trying to think.
He got mad at me because I filmed in his store.
You got Linda Witt.
What's that?
You got Linda Witt.
Who's Linda Witt?
Former mayor.
Former mayor, huh?
Yeah, she's on the council.
Well, her name's Linda, and she's a female, so there's a high chance that she probably shouldn't have been the mayor.
Why is that?
I'm just kidding. I was just being sexist for a second.
So,
I don't know.
I
have
the
same
same
like
problem.
A lot of hardheads would have a problem with Hillary Clinton being president just because she's a girl.
I think Hillary Clinton is more man than her husband, but
I think as just
someone, quite a dude. Yeah.
No, I bet. I don't get into politics, but like people ask me about who I like as a president, and it's like just the personality. Like Trump is just fucking hilarious. He doesn't give a fuck, and he just means business.
I like the fact that he was a tough businessman. He wouldn't take shit from anybody.
That's the whole point. It's the same thing.
You get the Russians and the Afghans and Al Qaeda threatening to kill Americans.
Yeah.
Like, we hate your country so much because you guys are so awesome that we want to kill you. So what are we gonna do? Let's go send like the guy from Blue's Clues in to go fucking deal with them. No, guess what? That's the guy that gets his head shipped back in a basket.
Yeah, facts.
Like hey, Donald Trump would come in and cut their testicles off and be like,
Like I just think I'm the main character, and I've been through the most insane things. Sorry, my mom's calling me. Hey mom, I'm on an interview right now. Just lock the doors because I got chased with a knife tonight. Are
you serious?
No, so listen. So I go to give Crack Chris has got all these wild claims, right? Saying I owe him money and shit. This is gonna be funny for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
On your pod, right?
Yeah.
Do you want this on your pod?
Sure.
Are you talking to my mom? It's kind of funny. I'm in an interview right now on a talk show. Yes, no, it's your show.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Do you see how this is comical?
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, we went to the police station. Crack Chris, we went down there, and he was trying to say I owe him all his money. And I was filming him in public because he was threatening me, and I'm just like, well, I got one of my army boys down here, and I got oh yeah, Seth. You know Seth?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, she remembers you from soccer. Spencer, Seth, those guys.
Sally's kids.
Oh yeah, it's my boy. Yeah. We go down there.
Do you want me to lock the door, Sully?
No. Chris is in jail because he thought it'd be a good idea to do that. We went down to the cops. The cops were like, hey man, your greatest video was this. We're like, dude, we don't put up with that shit. Like, I'll fucking beat the fuck out of him, one. And if he came to my house, I would kill him with my sword. I would fucking stab him. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I would, like...
They put him in jail because he threatened you?
No, he didn't threaten me. He chased me with a knife because he thought that would be appropriate. Mom, if you put us in a room together with him with a knife, he wouldn't make it out alive. And I had no weapon. I wasn't worried about that. This kid just seemed...
how did you know he chased you with a knife?
Everyone was there and filmed it. My mom, I feel sorry about, like, because I put my mom in, like, these positions, and she's just, like, she's one of those people who just wants to live her life and work, you know, and not deal with shit like this. So it's, like, that's why I got my lawyer and I got my team, so it's, like, I have defense because I don't ever want to put my mom in a bad situation. But listen, you're good, Mom. I stay up all night anyway. Don't worry. You got Peter Pan upstairs ready to go fucking... But no, everything's good. Yeah, he's in custody of the cops. No, he called me. Oh, my phone's that sweet. All right, what are we talking? She's probably so fired up right now, bro. Do you see how this
You're like
works?
Eminem with a good mom. Is that?
No, my mom's good. Yeah.
No, I know that. Yeah, Eminem's mom was horrible. So you're like
No,
Eminem.
my mom's a
with
hater too, though. At the same time, she's like.
Well, yeah, but she's not feeding you like medicine.
She's more supportive now, but like it's just so stressful for her. She's a mom, so she worries about her kid.
My mom does the same shit.
Yeah, and it's just like now she's got to sleep at night, and it's just like too much to deal with, you know. It's just like, well, your son got chased with a knife and shit, but she doesn't. Yeah, it's not annoying. Like,
No,
if you were a
I know.
parent,
That was one of those things, like, I wish I filmed more of my life going into this thing, because even, like, during this, we had some kid come over.
That clip's gonna be so. You have to clip that and send it to me. That's the type of shit. Hey, mom, I got chased with a knife. In the middle of a talk show. Like, that's why I'm like, I actually do this shit. Like, a lot of these TikTokers are just pretty boys. I don't even consider myself a thirst trap. You know the people on TikTok dancing around, looking pretty.
Where the mom's crying in the car.
No. They build a fan base around looking good, right? Being attractive. We're building a fan base around what we want to build a fan base. Like, my brand is Man of the People LLC, and like that's what my fans know me as. And you know, that's really what it's about. It's like building your fan base around you. You know, not some. That's how you stay on top.
Right.
You have to have something tangible, right?
Yeah.
Something that's like worth value, not just your fucking appearance. Because
So the miss.
what's that?
Oh, so the missus challenged me to grow a mullet. How long do you have to? How long should my
Oh,
hair be?
your girl?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll grow it out. Let's go. Grow it out.
Yeah.
Are you shaving the beard or growing out the beard?
I think she
I
wants.
feel
me to
like with a
I,
mullet and you shave the beard, it'll look Gucci. Like you'll look young and shit.
Yeah.
And
I think she
the kids
wants.
might fuck with you more.
I think she wants me to do. I think she wants me to do a Joe Exotic,
Joe Exotic.
With the mullet.
the Tiger King.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I picture him.
Yeah.
I'm not really in the media that much because I'm always like focused, but I'll see shit. Like there's a lot of people that consume content a lot. Like, I don't watch other YouTubers because I don't want to try to copy their style or you know.
Right. No.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get like dudes to marry me on meth and
No, yeah, it is.
blow their brains out and
No,
like
yeah,
suck
yeah,
my
yeah.
wiener and shit. Like I don't.
No, yeah. Facts, dude. That's crazy.
Good. Got all those holes plugged in my life.
Yeah, dude, it's just like it is the extra stress factor, but I know what the rewards are, and I know that if I, you know, this is just how it works. Everyone has their own trials and tribulations. Most people don't have to get chased across the street with a knife for content. But I know that I know that my audience knows that when they come on the Sullivan Odell show, it's gonna be fucking action-packed entertainment every fucking time.
I think at the end of the day, though, it's all about the stories too. You know what I mean?
Like stories. You
ever listen to anybody's autobiography? Like they just tell you about all the stories about 100 years of being this person. You know what I mean? Like and I got stories for you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I started thinking about it, stories for days. I remember being like my 21st birthday, being drunk up like on this the U.S. side of like the border.
Yeah.
In North Buffalo, and like
North Buffalo. That was like what part? Like what is it? What is the town called up there?
well, it was right outside of Amherst. We were drinking up the campus.
Oh, you know like Clarence and shit.
Yeah, we weren't that far north.
I want a wife from Clarence. They're the most
Yeah.
hottest girls in Western New York.
Oh yeah,
Clarence.
hands down.
You're so valid. You don't
So-
get to talk about that shit. I'm a young bull. You got a girl, your wife?
We don't
Engaged?
we don't subscribe to the legal form of marriage.
I can imagine.
We're life partners.
I can imagine that you wouldn't nowadays. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. People are getting fucked over left and right because they are getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so I mean, find yourself a nice girl from Pasadena. The girl
there.
from
That is
Pasadena.
always good in entertainment too. You never have to worry about girls. They're always hitting you up and bothering me, but it's fun.
Yeah, I remember my buddy Corey telling me about that
What?
from his kids toy review channel, like just getting nasty text messages and emails.
Yeah, just random girls that just get horny
Just
from
like,
watching.
but he never shows. All you hear is his voice and see his hands. You
Probably
never,
just like, dude,
you never-
he's got some good hands.
you never see his. He's never shown his face on the YouTube channel.
He from Olean?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's never shown his face on the YouTube channel,
He's-
but he's like, there's girls like,
Is he
I hear,
stubborn?
what's up?
Is he stubborn with his content?
I don't.
Like, is he like trying to expand with what he's doing, or is it just strictly toy reviews?
I think it's. I think he started other channels where he did
Okay.
he was talking about because he likes to go fishing and stuff,
Yeah.
and he was reviewing like fishing gear, and because he had already had the hookup with his one channel, he reached out to a company he likes to use their stuff,
Mhm.
and they sent him gear to try out.
Yeah.
And so he was doing a separate. I'm sure he shows himself in that and doesn't review the actual. You know what I mean? Because when you're doing a fishing show, you got to have two guys in the boat drinking beer, just doing
Yes,
all
sir.
right. The fish are biting, good day. You know, But yeah, he's never. I remember him telling me he's like, I've never shown my face
Mhm.
on any
So-
of these, and he's like, and I'm sure between his own channels, he doesn't relate the two, and it was one of those he was just like, I just get girls telling me that. The shit they do to themselves, listening to my voice review.
It's fun though.
fucking
Some of these
Spider-Man.
messages are just so exotic. It's like this is fun at 12 o'clock at night. Like, what's up? But I'm a Mormon virgin, so I keep a boundary because
I heard this
know
on
that
your
girls
last
can
interview.
fuck up a lot of things. So I don't care. I was kind of raised like that, so I didn't really get started young. Like I didn't drink any alcohol. I didn't mess with any girls. Locked in on football, school, and religious and education because I went to an all-boys school too. But we'd be chatting up with girls, but I never really took it to that next level. And for some reason, entertainment, that's all people care about. It's Sulli Odell and his love life, I guess now. But,
you're a pop star now. You're like Justin Bieber.
I'm trying to, man. I really just try to stick to the basics, which is why I made the type of deal that I did. Is because I don't want to worry about money, anything, just entertainment, my TV show, period. But question for you.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know sometimes what everyone has their different opinion about my show, and everyone kind of looks at it differently, and there's not really one morale of the show, but how do you look at it?
Your show?
Yeah, what the fuck what would you say about it, the Sulli Odell show?
Goofy content. That's my first here's a picture. Tell me what your Rorschach example is of it. That's my first. But to break it down deeper. Like I said, I see my 19-year-old self. Mm-hmm. The shit I used to do, and then I wish that I had filmed more of it and put it up and didn't give a shit what other people thought.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just goofy. I think that makes it's just so exotic, the shit that's happening. And I try to create that with whatever the video is. I just try to take a situation and escalate it to the max fucking thing that could happen because it's all about keeping people's attention.
Right.
And I mean, today it was getting chased with a knife. Now, do I want to do that ever again? No. But I pretty much told him and the
Me
other
and the kids take jujitsu, so we know how to disarm people.
Oh, you do jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, AKT. Yeah.
Oh shit! You think you
No.
could get us in there for a video? I called them before and they were like, no.
I could talk to Barry.
Tell them let me and Will come in and do some jiu-jitsu training because my dad wrestled for Team USA's Olympic team. I never got into wrestling, but now I see how judo applies and stuff. It's so fun. It's just cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I could probably see if Barry would meet with you guys. I don't know.
Are you a regular there?
Yeah, I go 2 days a week.
Oh, this dude will fuck someone up.
Yeah, I go 2 days a week, and
yeah.
I got the kids going. I got the two, the 5 and 6 year old.
Should.
The 14-year-old was like, I'm gonna take soccer.
It's probably the most valuable. Just jiu-jitsu is so valuable. It's not wrestling because wrestling's it's a full-time sport. Jiu-jitsu you can kind of learn shit that will literally save your life.
Yeah, no, it's they teach reality based. So then it's easier to backpedal. So there's a competition in October. We're not gonna be able to make it. It's South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I bought an RV, and
Damn.
I was.
That was fucking loud.
What the fuck's going on in this town?
What the fuck was that? Yo, is my truck good out there?
It's not a gun. Right?
No, I just.
That wasn't a gun. That was a truck. I think getting let down.
I don't know. That sounded so loud.
What from over there?
Yeah, it was behind us.
Dude, this town
Was it from over there? Okay, I was gonna say we
Yeah.
just had the
Man, we
propane.
got to team up. This town
Oh my
needs
God.
It's a
constant coverage in this town. Okay?
It's a 1984 Ford Coachman Leprechaun RV. We just had the propane tank filled up, and I tested everything today. I shut it all down, but I'm thinking, what the fuck just happened with the RV? You know?
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, that was this town low-key scares me. I have trouble sleeping at night. I really do. I've woken up before, ran out onto my roof, woke up, grabbed my sword because people I've been getting threats from this fucking kid. That's why I went there today. He's threatened me. He knows where I live. I'm like, dude, I'm not fucking around with you, bro. dude, sit your ass in fucking jail.
Is that your only weapon?
What?
You have a sword? Is that it?
I have a sword. I would fuck someone up with a sword.
Well, I hear you. You're just starting to
I
sound
have
like
a sword and pepper spray.
you're starting to sound like John C. Reilly, like Step Brothers. Like
I know, man. I'm just telling you how I feel, bro. I would really fuck someone up with a sword, but I can't get.
I was gonna get my sword. I thought I was gonna be raped.
Yeah, I don't have a gun.
Then I got a bunk bed
I
so
couldn't
we could do
say that
more
online,
activities.
bro. I don't have a gun. I'm gonna get a gun. I'm gonna go get a shotgun and light someone's ass up, bro. I'll fuck with Sully O'Dell, dude. I will have people come after you. Actually,
Yeah.
I can't. No, I won't.
Because he's got.
No, I have people.
He has a bunk bed in his room, so he has more room for activities like fucking people up.
Yeah, bro. That show, hilarious. I fucking love Step Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
But that
Yeah.
sounds like some shit they would do. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I got
for
a
sure.
sword. Like.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I feel like it's some Will Ferrell character out there wielding a sword or somebody
For sure.
he had on his.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said with the whole, sorry, changing topics. I'm just speaking as things.
No, it's right. There was an explosion.
I have a problem with cutting people off too. I've been told that, but it's so whatever. It's fine. It's
right.
my
You're
personality.
You're 19.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
I have a lot to learn, but shit.
The biggest task I always had to learn
Oh
was
yeah,
be
so
quiet.
about the whole
That was-
content thing, the cancel culture. Like I was pretty bummed when they took away my TikTok because it's like
They took it away?
Yeah, I started a new one. I already almost have like 20,000 followers. Like that's the type of attention we have. We started a new TikTok and we have videos with millions of views.
Why'd they take it away?
Because like, too many community guidelines violations. They're super strict. So if they see one, they just keep racking them up, and then they just take it. But it's cool though because it's TikTok. It's like, well, you start a new one, then you have a whole new fan base of people that are watching you. So, but like I said, I'm always the type of person who's like, you know, just like you said, we were talking about Trump's. Like I don't take shit from. It's like they took his shit. Like if my YouTube ever got taken away, I'm a talented person. I like Robert Downey Jr., the Iron Man. Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like went to jail and like act like there's never a point I think in this.
Talk about Robert Downey Jr. the person or his character?
But Robert Downey Jr. as a person, like he
Okay,
just
yeah,
had
yeah.
a bad background. Like same thing with Will. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
he
matter.
loved to drink, and
Yeah.
I think he was on coke.
Yes, just I'm saying, like he turned his life around completely, and I think.
Yeah, I was in like middle
anyone-
school when he was
Yeah.
like popular. Ally McBeal, he was on that shit. And
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like, you know, I never really want to suck up to anyone's guidelines. So it's like, if my YouTube got taken away for some bullshit, and fucking start a new one.
I archive all my videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some videos archived too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I've been trying to every video I upload. I'm just trying to make sure they're
Yeah.
archived so that they're so. If you notice on my channel, I also have the day in there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the day from my birth. So like,
Okay.
every day, every video. So sometimes you'll see like
Yeah.
the same day, but there'll be like a in brackets 1 or 2. It means it's the first or second one I've released that day.
Yeah.
But so I archive all those, so this way I've got it, and then I've got an archive full of just like random fucking GoPro shit. And I figured over time I could, like, there was one time we got drunk, and then somebody came by and gave us some brownies, and then we ate those, and apparently they had mushrooms in them.
Damn.
Oh.
That's pretty lit.
Then me and a buddy ended up wandering down the street, and I was like, dude, we'd seen a drug car drive by, and it wasn't long after we ate the brownies,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, we kept seeing this drug deal going on.
Yeah.
So me and him walk down the street, and we look, and we're like, I was like, let's sit on this porch right here. It's a
Yeah.
vacant house. It was up for auction. We sat on the porch, and I have a GoPro on my hat.
Mm-hmm.
And then this lady drops off somebody, comes around the block, and comes back out again and goes, "What are you doing over there?" Because you can see the red light from the GoPro just blinking. And I was like,
yeah.
"We're fucking filming you selling drugs."
Damn.
I'm not selling drugs. I'm picking up my daughter. I'm like, huh. Last time I dropped my daughter off at a place,
Yeah.
I drove around the block because I'm so impatient like a fucking squirrel. then I picked her back up again.
Yeah, I try to be like cool with everyone. I don't ever want like anyone to come after me. Like I told even Chris, like I was trying to be cool with Chris. Like I filmed with people. Like I was in Buffalo filming with like taking a redneck to the hood, like filming with like trappers and shit that actually trap like that. And I think one of them in the video actually got shot and killed recently. Apparently, I don't know. It's pretty wild. That's what someone told me. Like one of them was involved in that. And it's just like I feel like the big trappers like love the videos and shit. Like why wouldn't you? They're so funny.
Right. So we did that video, and then I came back here, and they were pretty strong. So I was tripping balls the rest of the night. And I fucking,
Damn.
like rocking.
Yeah.
The missus was rocking on the front porch, and I would, it was
I don't mind.
But I have the earlier footage of like us going and approaching those people. But then for like 2 weeks afterwards, I actually had to ask the police chief what I should do about it. The former police chief now, and I was like, "Hey man, these well-known drug dealers are showing up at my house, threatening my old lady in the front yard while she's pregnant with another one, and blah blah blah. And they were like, he's like, well, I told you not to fuck with them, and I was like, well, now that I did, I'm just gonna let you know, if they fuck with me, I'm gonna shoot them dead.
Shot dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't. I like being a gun owner because someday, somebody else will fuck up, and I will be able to legally take their life.
I mean,
that's like the nice. That's like, you know, like
I
can't wait
till. I don't see a problem
till.
with it, bro. You can't cross that line, and
And I don't. That's
no, not you. Just anyone in general. Like there comes a point where if you cross that line, you deserve to.
And can I be
chase someone with a fucking knife?
Can't I be excited for the one day that somebody gets to fuck up and comes into my yard? You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
this dude's in the military,
mentally, mental yard, right? Like you've crossed that line. Now you're in my space. And I'm allowed to annihilate anybody that steps into that space.
I mean, there's
and like some people live their whole lives and they never get to do it. And they die sad.
There's obviously a boundary from a moral standpoint. Just like, you know, killing people isn't good, but it's like if they're threatening you, like it's fucking over.
It's game on.
It's game on. Don't fucking threaten.
I can't wait till the zombie apocalypse.
So don't fucking.
Or the fucking rioting and looting starts.
Yeah, it's like it's fair game. Let's go. I mean, we're gonna die anyway, whether it's fucking 30 years from now or
over $750.
Or you die with it. Yeah, like fucking. A lot of shit happened today. Thanks for inviting me on the show, man.
No problem.
Hopefully, I set a good first impression. Hopefully, you didn't think I'm too full of myself.
No, you're good. I watch your show. I get it.
I just speak about what I know, man.
Yeah.
I'm a young boy. I have a lot to learn. I acknowledge that.
What do you do for merch?
I'm kind of backed off merch. People have my merch, but I want to focus on the channel. I haven't many of the people merch. Will Nation mugshot tees. People buy, love.
Who do you go
King
through
of
for that?
Bradford merch. I have a team called Haas that sponsors me. They sponsored. I always wanted to play football at Notre Dame, and now the same company that sponsors the quarterback room at Notre Dame also sponsors me. So all the people in my hometown now like make fun of me about football. It's like sweet.
Gotcha. I was just say the missus makes crafts and stuff.
No,
and
yeah, you'll meet a company that'll just like give you, like help you out. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the missus does crafts and stuff, so she started with this. This is one of her early ones.
And Shopify too. You have Shopify? You know what that is, Shopify?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like super easy. You can literally just design products like that and throw it up. You pay a monthly fee, and the TikTokers though, bro, the people who use those Shopify stores, they're like the famous. So someone's super famous, some more famous than me. They like promote these necklaces, right? And let's say
like Pandora type shit.
Yeah, just like a skit, like oh my god, like you know what Vincent does.
Yeah.
With his girlfriend, they'll be like arguing. He'll be like, I just got you this necklace, and there's a link to buy it. So 1 million people watch the video, and 10,000 people buy your $50 necklace. You just got a lot of money in your
some
bank
company
account.
reached out to me about fucking putting a link into their product. I went,
always
like,
keep it in your back pocket. It's always extra
Well,
money.
I reached out to them and they were like, "Well, we'll send you a link to send to your customers, but you got to buy what you want off our website,
No,
and
that
we'll give
shit's
you we'll give you 85% off." And I'm like, I ain't paying $40 for a fucking T-shirt.
No, yeah. That stuff's like they have their own little schemes, but
yeah, it sounded like
they try to use like
fucking
QR codes. I never fucked with that shit where it's like, oh, use my code, and like,
It
it was just like fucking buy, like it's just direct.
Yeah, so I was just gonna have.
Yeah.
I was gonna design some stuff,
Yeah.
put it up on our space, and I was gonna have like anybody who ordered it, the missus can make it at will, like
Okay.
you know. So
Yeah,
that
you
was
can start plenty of online businesses. You can start a Shopify store.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Hell yeah, boss.
We're gonna pop it up on Etsy.
Etsy.
Yeah.
For sure. Boss man,
Cool beans.
you ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm fucking beat.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, man, I appreciate you inviting
Cool
me.
beans. Well, hey, appreciate you guys coming on the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
I'll leave a
send us.
message for your OnlyIn people.
Yeah.
Would I look in that camera?
Yeah.
How many people you have watching your show? Obviously you're growing, but like how many people? What's your usual retention?
Viewership.
Yeah,
Like
per video.
15 to 40.
Okay,
It'd
that's so
probably
cool.
be
But
a
you gotta
lot.
remember that's 15 to 40 people. I always
Yeah.
appreciate it, you know.
On average, like 3 minutes.
No, yeah, like I grind. No, but it's okay though, man.
Most of my videos go like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So.
No, man. Everyone starts in the same place. I started exactly where you did, man, and you just keep going. I have a long way to go. So, but I just want to say, you know, anyone who, you know, coming from this hometown, we all come from the same place, and you know, you see some of the things that I'm able to do, and nobody, we're all the same. You know, you can do the same stuff too. So, it's all about just pursuing what you want to do, and you know, trying to impact other people's lives in a positive way at the same time to ultimately make the world a better place. Because one of my quotes that I made up, living an average life is a waste to someone who's dead that wanted to live a great one. Especially me, you know, looking at all these heroes that could be changing the world. You got Martin Luther King, Walt Disney. Well, guess what? They're dead, you know? So it's Stephen Hawking. Imagine if he lived for another 100 years. He probably would have figured out fucking time travel. It's like, dude, like, go change the world with the information that you have.
Boom.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Catch you guys on the
Oh, we just got chased with a knife. Let's go. And my mom's probably looking at it home. You want to stop by and say what's up, man?